I'm about to click the button right now.
A little crazy.
So wait, you're saying the fans didn't hear you moan?
No.
Should have did it.
We're going live right now. We are live now. So
We're
anything
live
that
now. So
we
don't
say
mention
the fans can
don't mention you moaning before the show.
Nah, why mention it?
Oh, got it.
Now they know.
Oh, fuck.
Thank you for mentioning
Fuck.
it. All right, let's start the show. Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Joel Moran, and now I'm here with River Brown, Andrew Velez, and Joe Dehls. And this is now episode 341. In this episode, we're going to react to the first batch of All-Star votes, talk about the struggles with the veteran teams in the West, and rank the best and worst moves of the offseason so far. Episode 341. How are you guys doing today?
Volume, audio, volume.
Every live.
Every time.
The same thing. So what you're going to do, Drew, you see to the right side of you, go down, that you see the first audio level. You see where it's moving green. You see under that, the blue. Move the blue more to the right a little bit. Not that one, the other one up that's on top of it, yes. How's the audio now?
Audio.
Keep moving it to the right.
Yo.
Let us know if the audio's good.
Hey. Yeah, it's low as fuck. Oh, audio is fine.
Audio is fine. People are saying audio is fine. So
we're
keep
back.
it where it is, Drew.
I think we're back.
Some people are saying it's really low.
A lot.
Let us know if the audio is good. Thumbs up if the audio is good right now.
He said more.
Somebody's saying more. Audio is good. Ricky, Clicky, he says audio is good.
Here. Can we get more?
Audio good. People are saying I think it's good.
Double digits is kind of nuts.
Let's give a shout out to Drew. Because on this show, Riv constantly says he doesn't do nothing. But Drew just did something very important. He fixed the audio levels.
Shout out to Drew, man.
You got to see how this shit is against
Always
me
doing his job.
Every time, man.
You try to make it against you.
I don't need to try.
Now they're saying the audio is good. Ricky gave us thumbs up.
All
DC
right. As long as
FNF
it's
gave
not
us
too
thumbs
high
up.
now. If it was too high, I'd be angry.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd rather too hot than low.
You're spitting.
Tony
them problem.
Wattis,
You can lower
thumbs
it.
down.
Yeah.
Let us know. Thumbs up if the audio is good. Let us know if you're in
Tony,
the
turn
chat.
your phone up.
We have 91 concurrent viewers currently, but we're only getting some comments. Make sure you guys are commenting. Let us know about the audio. How are you guys doing today?
Doing pretty well. I'm doing all right. Can't complain too much. Been going to the gym and really on my grind. I started this new thing where I'm trying to do intermittent fasting. So I wake up, don't eat until I finish with the gym, and then I eat. And then the only thing I'm eating is chicken salad or tuna salad. And then I eat whatever dinner that my mom makes.
What are the benefits?
Intermittent fasting, they say it's good for you for a reason that I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah,
right?
That's really what it has to do.
It sounds to me like you're hurting yourself.
Oh, I was in hell today
Getting
at
up
the
and
gym.
not eating is crazy. Yeah.
I do
No,
that
so
normally. I usually
I-
don't eat till like 1
I
or
was
2.
gonna
Today I didn't
say,
eat
for
till
real?
like 3.
You eat breakfast?
Nah.
What's an important meal of the
Well, I
day?
work from home, so I feel like I'm sitting all the time.
You're
So I don't
lazy as
like,
shit.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't really
Yeah,
burn a lot of
breakfast just-
calories or energy just sitting.
Yeah. It's good
We
for
had
your
that
body.
conversation, right? That I told you I was doing this.
Mhm.
So in the morning, I'll have water and a cup of coffee.
Black coffee.
But black coffee, it fucking sucks. I don't know how my dad does this every single day, 8-9 cups a day of just black coffee.
8-9
Like
cups
he's
is crazy.
legitimately insane. And you know what else to add to him being insane? Today he just decided that he was going to walk 12 hours. Just continuously walk for 12 hours. So here's the funny part. He's going to be upset listening to this, but I have to say it. So I know that he's doing this. The goal was to go from 8 to 8 to walk straight. So it's around 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I go downstairs. I'm looking for a pair of socks, and the door's closed, and I hear him talking. And I'm just like, Pops? I was like, what the hell? Did you just not decide to do the walk? He goes, no, I walked from work. So he walked from his job in the Bronx all the way home, and he's in the bathroom. So he stopped his walk to go take a shit, and then he goes the rest of the walk.
That's a long.
That was the
Yeah,
first thing
he's
I thought. I was
crazy.
like, I'm going to have to shit within those 12 hours.
Ah,
It's
cold
sure.
as shit.
Today was one of the coldest
it was
days.
freezing. It was mad
Hell
windy.
yeah.
Yeah, nah.
It's
Yeah,
not
well,
that
after
cold.
that.
We were just outside. I was in my T-shirt. That was good.
Nah, it was brick out.
It was definitely icy for sure.
Nah, he was funny as hell.
He's a wild day.
He's crazy.
Yeah,
he just finished up.
Walking
was
for the Bronx is nuts.
Yeah, how
Yep.
long did it take him?
Walking to
He's
Fort Lee
6
was
hours.
crazy. Like
No. He
6
drove.
hours?
They drove him to work. My mom drove him to work.
Oh, he walked
and then
back.
he walked from the job to the crib. So yeah, from from the Bronx all the way to Hackensack. He said it took him 6 hours.
Good God.
That's a good way to get to his goal, though.
Yeah, how many?
He's
finishing up in 30 minutes.
2 more hours left. You know?
Wow, God bless him.
Shout out to him, man.
I surprised my parents with a TV today. I felt good.
Shout out to Dehls.
We needed a new TV for the
Downstairs,
living room.
facts.
Downstairs, and we need a smart TV for the longest because my dad doesn't we don't stream or anything really. But whenever I want to watch a basketball game, we all got YouTube TV now, so it's all on YouTube TV, and we just have cable. So I got a smart TV so we could watch all the games stuff there. Thursday Night Football, obviously, when that's
Shout out to you,
too.
Dehls. Good.
It
Felt good.
What kind of TV
Felt good
did
to
you
do
get?
it. It was like a TCL or something. Well, one of the Amazon ones actually.
Okay.
Is it like Amazon Fire
Win
TV?
Sun.
Nah, it
many
felt good to
inches,
do
bro?
that though. 32.
Nice. Calm.
Because we got like a wall unit in there, so it can only be
Certain
a certain
size.
length. You know what I mean? But I felt good to surprise them. Because they're always doing so much shit for me. I felt
Facts.
good to do something for them.
Carry and stand. Shout out to the two
Aw.
legends.
Some legends.
That touched my heart, Dehls. He said they always doing things for me.
I think they're talking to you, Joel. They said, "Can you slip off your shoes?"
No.
I think I got some slippers on
The
this
chat
side.
is trying to embarrass me.
You ain't had to read that. you could have kept that to yourself.
This is why I was in favor of going back to the old setup.
No one can see your feet.
No. Just my upper body, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god. People are still saying that the audio is low for some reason.
Some people are saying the audio is low. Maybe you got to turn up the volume on your phones because for some people, they're saying the audio sounds good. It sounds crisp. So probably just turn up the volume on your phone. We have a pick a side entry on Prize Picks
we had to lock up.
today. And each of
Lock
us picked our own player stat that we put the pick on. So, Drew, I'll let you do the honors of naming yours.
Okay, so the first one I have, I had to go to Twitter. I had to get the ideas from the guy. Shout out to my guy Billy Bash. He says, "Yo, Trae Young, 40.5 points and assists." Of course, that's a lock. They're going up against the Indiana Pacers, one of the worst defenses in basketball. You know we had to go more on that. So why wouldn't I do that? Trae Young, yours also is a part of this game as well, Mr. Foreign. But the way that Trae Young's been playing basketball, going up against Halliburton, it low-key is a pick-a-side debate in this game here. Who will outperform who? We know that Trae Young's been playing out of his mind and really hasn't been getting a lot of the conversation primarily about him because Reese has just broken onto the scene and been such an unbelievable basketball player this year. But Trae in his own right has been one of the best offensive engines in basketball. The Hawks are still a top 5 offensive unit. It's really led by Trae Young. So 40.5 points and assists. I'm definitely going more on that.
What happened?
So more 40.
He just
40 and a
kept
half.
staring at me. And I tried to wave him off, but it didn't work.
Ray, what was yours?
Why were they laughing at me?
I don't know. I
No,
wasn't paying attention.
We're high.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
No reason we were
I
laughing
wasn't.
at
I was
all.
watching my laptop.
I was actually on the opposite side of that debate. I thought Trae Young was better than Hallie, and like you mentioned, both of them have been playing amazing. I'm on the other side of this bet though. I'm taking it over with Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh, you
45.
can't take over. Prize Picks is more or less.
You know what? I keep doing that because I'm used to the
Honest
to the
mistake.
old
To the
old
old
vibes.
format.
Honest
I'm
mistake.
here on the new vibes.
It's 2024.
More or
We're here
less,
growing.
45.5. I'm taking the more vibe because I am never ever going less. But I think, like you mentioned, Indiana cannot play defense, but neither can the Hawks.
Facts.
You know, they are a top 5 offense. They're like a top 3 offense against top 12 defense, which is insane. But defensively, they're also another team that cannot play good on the defensive end. And I think Hallie can have a big game. He just outperformed Dame for probably like the 5th or 6th time it feels like this season. And I think he'll have a big game against Atlanta. So I'm taking the more option on Prize Picks.
But what's your opinion on less is more?
Is this a riddle now?
Are you talking about the Pee-wee theory he brought
Just
up here?
sometimes less is more. So what's your opinion on that?
It's fucking rough right now.
Yeah, am I getting punked?
Sometimes less is more.
Sometimes less is more.
Sometimes you need somebody to do a little bit less to get a little bit more. It's a
That's what I'm wondering.
sacrifice.
So what's your opinion on that?
Who's doing less?
I don't
to
think
get
you
more?
want that in this case.
I mean, I guess it depends. I mean, the Hawks are 14-9.
No, I understand.
Yeah, so
but I'm just saying, you're saying you'll never go less. But
on
sometimes
Prize
less
Picks,
is more.
Yeah. He's fucking.
Just
me.
think about it.
I don't want to.
You can't think about it. You can think about it from this perspective, the perspective that more or less on Tyrese Halliburton, you're expecting more because he might get a lot of opportunities. But in order for him to get opportunities, his teammates have to do less and give him the opportunity to do more. So less is more in this case. In
Why
this
the
scenario
fuck
with
do
the
we have to
basketball
think
game.
about it like
Sometimes
that?
you just got to open your third eye.
Why? I'm high. Why would I want to
That's
do
why.
that at the moment?
I mean, that's exactly what you would do.
I
When
think
you're
he killed my week.
Drew is reminding me of Caleb Pressey right now.
What the fuck was all that, man?
Sunday
that's
Conversations.
a compliment.
Shout out to Sunday Conversations.
Facts.
Anthony Edwards. I mean, he's my guy. He's going to finish as a top 20 player of all time. But, top 10 can't be too far-fetched. I'm not going to put a
Love
ceiling
that.
on this
Yeah.
young man. 29 and a
You might
half
as well say he's
points.
gonna be top 4
I'm
shooter,
going more on that. I mean, Ant-Man
He clears the
has
way,
been on a
right?
tear recently. Ant-Man gonna do his thing. He gonna do his thing.
You know what's funny? I actually put this slip in myself, and I'm looking at our picks. I'm like, oh, yeah, Trae Young, I love that. Halliburton, definitely like that one, too. I look at the Anthony Edwards one against Houston. I said, I don't know if I want to do this one. So I put in the slip of the 2. Imagine if I lose.
I'm gonna keep that in mind. That's my pick. Drew's not trusting my pick. Guess what? So far, the 7:10 p.m. Atlanta versus Pacers game, Hallie has 12 PRA. Trae Young has 3 points and assists so far.
First quarter?
It's the first
Oh,
quarter.
we're fucking here.
Halliburton's him. Trae Young needs to cook the
Would
fuck
you
up.
imagine if the Trae Young
I'll
one
throw
misses?
the hell up.
Then I'll be mad at you.
I agree.
We'll all be mad.
Well, hey, not that I was mad at you.
You fucked up the
I
pick aside.
just decided. There you go. You guys can be mad at me for sure.
So on the top left right here, we have the pick a side code right here. Use code PAS on Prize Picks. You get a 100% deposit match up to $100. We're going to read some super chats and then get into the show. And if you guys do indeed want to see me take my shoes off, then you got to donate a super chat. And it got to be juicy. It got to be a juicy super chat.
my
If
God,
you
this
do,
has to be
you
against
will
YouTube
see
guidelines.
my
It's not.
toes.
It has
It's
to
not.
be.
Clicky Keys donated $4.99. My PAS brothers, what's up? Joel, I need you frying that Lake Show bum squad. I can't believe y'all said they were contenders. And PS Drew, Luka clears Tatum.
Is he a Dallas fan?
He is.
Okay.
And a Broncos fan
Sweet.
in the
Okay.
NFL.
He's a legend. I
Okay.
fuck with Ricky. Even when he talks shit about my Lakers.
He's not lying.
Uh,
The Lakers aren't
Actually, Joel
contenders
did walk
right
out
now.
and said the Lakers are dog shit.
He did,
He
yeah.
did.
One of
They're
the first
not
things he
that
said
good of a
out
That was
there.
basketball
actually
team.
one of the very first
it's
things he said.
the exact same thing that happened last year.
Don't
I'm
know why
not
he keeps
worried
saying
about
that.
it. I'm really not.
So losing in the playoffs and not going to the finals,
Well, you
leading
can say
to
that.
a lost season, a season that is equals not successful.
Understand, but you said that we wouldn't make it out of the first round. Said that we wouldn't make it out the play-in. We made it all the way to WCF.
To be fair,
All
you
I'm
did
saying.
pick Memphis off so hate. You actually had no basis behind
Absolutely right.
Not wrong
All
with
you
that.
guys did.
Not wrong.
No,
yeah, for
I
sure.
didn't pick off hate.
I'm just saying you guys all picked
definitely
against the
had-
Lakers.
But his whole argument was just, I hate the Lakers. I'm picking Memphis. There's nothing to it.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Riv. But so they proved me wrong. There's no doubt. But they proved your theory of being successful wrong as well.
Not
They were
true.
not a successful team.
Compared to what everybody else thought of them, I most definitely was the most right of anybody talking about the Lakers.
Did they have a successful season? Yes
No.
or no? That's all I wanted to hear.
They didn't. I'm not oblivious to that fact.
We're gonna talk about the
Ricky-
Lakers later.
Ricky goes, don't sleep on the Mavs making a move for Kuzma with the eyes.
Who the hell wants that?
That's cool.
The Mavs don't.
I don't
have-
like it.
I don't think it's a great trade, but the Mavs don't have a lot of shit to get a whole lot better either.
They have Dante Exum.
I'm
That's
gonna
the key.
vomit.
No, I'm saying Dante Exum to keep, not to trade.
Yeah, I
Exum
know
is
what
an
you meant.
awesome player right
Yeah,
now.
key player.
Pick a side meme. Santos donated $5. He goes,
What's up, Santos?
15 minutes, bro, probably taking a big ass shit or eating McDonald's.
I actually took a shit before y'all got here.
How was it, bro?
It was calm. I was sitting on the thing.
What color was it?
I didn't look. You look all the time.
What
Gotta
colors?
analyze
Kinda
that, bro.
nuts.
No, I didn't look.
Yeah, you gotta make
I
sure
did
it's
not eat
healthy.
McDonald's.
This guy just said asking what color's nuts. I'll never forget this. We must have been in like sophomores in high school, and we're texting for whatever reason. Like, yo, I just took a fat shit. I was like, damn, bro, you feeling all right now? He's like, yeah, bro, it was nice and green. It was a nice healthy shit. I was like, I'm happy for you, bro.
I'd have sent a flick.
That was on Twitter, man. That was good times. I put that on
Damian
Twitter, I should say.
Delgado, in honor of retirement, what team could you have plugged in current Ricky Rubio into? Wait, hold up. I'm trying to read this. In honor of retirement, what team could you have plugged Ricky Rubio into and they would have taken a major leap?
The Suns.
You're saying like today's teams or just
Yes. Today's teams with, I guess, an actually good Ricky Rubio.
The Suns. They need a playmaker.
Minnesota?
Minnesota's.
Minnesota
Well,
needs
they
help.
have Conley.
Collins cool. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a team. The Celtics.
Miami?
Boston. Yeah. Shit, anyone could really use Ricky. We're saying
Ricky
basically
cool.
all of these contenders.
Ricky, dad, cool. I fuck with Ricky.
Ricky is a solid role player.
He just feels like a Dallas Maverick to me, man.
What about
Ricky
Dante
Kyrie,
Exum?
Rubio, Luca.
Dante
Rubio
Exum.
off the bench. And you can't forget about Dante Exum. Let me look at NBA teams because I actually want to get this one right.
Are the Suns not the answer?
I like the Suns.
The Suns are a great answer. I think they are.
I'm gonna go Miami.
And you might be right with that one. Because
You need a point guard.
Timberwolves, they
You
have
need a playmaker,
Conley.
initiator.
Lakers use another guy get the offense.
Shit, not even joking.
The Orlando Magic.
Good answer
Magic
as well.
could. They got some guards, but
The Suns are the Magic in the East or West. Now, Clicky Key sent another super chat, and he goes, "Take off the Lakers gear, man. They suck."
It's like a gears fly though. So
that is tough.
Damian Delgado, another super chat. Riv, how was your pre-game
knew.
dump?
Yeah.
Was it Game 7 type?
Nah, it was like regular season game. Yeah,
In season tournament game or regular
Nah, like
season?
really regular,
Okay.
like November
Tuesday
game.
against
yeah, like a random Wednesday against the Wizards or like
Okay.
Charlotte or some shit.
you know,
like
it's so funny you say that, bro. Anytime I would give a presentation in school, have to take a shit. Like if I didn't take a shit, I would be nervous as fuck.
like before at any time during the day or right before.
Right before my speech. Like
Okay.
if I
Period
was
before
giving a
type shit?
speech, I had to make sure I got to school 20 minutes before so I could handle my shit and then go out there and give a solid presentation.
Yeah.
Gotta
Every
get the
time.
nerves out.
Every time.
Kill Moves goes, shout out to Jordan Love. I was down 26 points in my fantasy chip,
Damn.
and he balled out
Yeah.
and got me 28 points to secure the dub. He's the future of Green Bay, and he's him. Enough said.
Legend.
He was emphatic saying it. Ooh, this
Nah,
is my type of guy.
If I was down 26 and Jordan Love pulled me out
I'd
of the
be so
desert hell
sick.
like that,
I'd be so sick.
but I would be geeking if I had
Yeah.
Jordan.
We made him our breakout
Quarterback of the year.
on
Over
Fantasy
Brock Purdy, over
CJ.
CJ Stroud.
How times have changed. I love that.
We
I
gave him
love
his
that.
fantasy football, of
He
course.
deserves it.
He was a
What's your
top 5
breakout wide
quarterback.
receiver?
CeeDee Lamb. But we should have took him out, honestly. He
This
was
year
too
was
good.
crazy though.
Yeah.
DJ Moore.
This year was
Would've
crazy.
been the
DJ
next
was
the
a nominee.
nominees were Brandon Ayuk.
How the mighty have fallen.
Who?
Your co-host is an idiot.
What?
I want you to know that.
What did I
CD?
do?
Yeah. And
I
DJ.
listen. I didn't think CD was gonna be like a top 5 receiver in the league.
He wasn't here. The disrespect was loud.
I
You're
thought he would be
lying.
like a
All I said was Amon Ra was
10,
better.
You said he
guy,
wasn't the
maybe.
number one.
Okay, that was
That's
wrong.
that's a TikTok.
That was wrong.
I know.
He
You're
was
an
not that good last year.
He was just
like
Last year he was
He
that
was
good.
really good
Not
his
top
first
5
2
No,
that's
years.
all I
and
mean.
then
That's
He
all I mean.
didn't look at the potential. He didn't see the
That's
potential.
it. You're right. You're right. And I was wrong. And I'm happy to be wrong.
1,700. He might. You know he could. Small chance, but he can have more yards than Tyreek.
Tyreek,
Small
and that's what
chance,
I was
yeah.
telling Joel.
Yeah. How
How
mighty have
crazy is
fallen.
that?
I mean,
Where's
they were
Amon-Ra?
playing Washington.
He might not have to play much though.
Nah, he'll have to play because they need a win in order
Yeah.
to lock up the division.
But they
Yeah,
could have that
Washington,
game over
it's
by
Washington.
halftime. if they don't
Dallas
fuck around.
owns
Yeah,
Washington.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
How the Eagles have fallen
I was
too,
gonna
man.
say, is Philly gonna beat the Giants this week? I hope so.
We're not. Smitty's not playing, and
Saw that.
somebody Slay is not playing.
Yeah,
You saw that DeAndre Swift was a Pro Bowler,
that was crazy.
I don't really care for the Pro Bowl, so I didn't see it.
but he is a Pro Bowler. What do you think about that?
Cool.
You don't have no opinion on it.
Didn't we talk about
Not
it
really
on
a
the
big
last show?
running back guy, so
Oh, okay.
I would
Yeah.
put Gibbs over him.
that's cool. I know AJ made it. Lane made
AJ
it.
deserved it.
It was
Lane
another person
deserved it.
too. Hassan made it. One more guy. We got some guys up there, man.
Jalen was an alternate, I think.
The Jets made it. Anybody from Jets?
Sauce
Sauce
Gardner,
and Q.
Quentin Williams.
It stops there.
Quincy should have been on there. I'll be honest.
Quincy should have been on there.
Who
yeah.
was it though? It was it Patrick
It
Queen?
was Roquan and Patrick Queen.
I'll be
They-
honest,
they
Patrick
sucked off
Queen-
the
Roquan
Ravens.
valid.
Roquan
Quincy
is,
Williams
of course,
is
yeah.
better.
He's him and Warner, 1 and 2, best linebackers in the league.
Sounds like you need more
Patrick
fans.
Queen is sideline to sideline, a lot of cleanup duty.
Mhm.
Quincy should have made it over him, but I know the Jets they don't get
Patrick's
national
also had a
coverage.
pretty great season in his own right, though.
Yeah, I know, but he just doesn't have the cover skills of Quincy. And
You see,
Quincy's also been elite as a run stopper.
you see Connor Hughes is really pushing the Jets to get T. Higgins.
He is.
I've been seeing that. Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad.
I don't know if I would be against that.
Because Garrett's our guy that could win one-on-ones.
Because he said like one of the biggest we're gonna talk about the NBA, but they were saying one of the biggest priorities for the Jets was to get a wide receiver too. He mentioned Mike Evans, Tay, but T. Higgins too.
Do you think
Oh,
there's
season
any
pushing.
chance Brandon Ayuk hits the open market?
Nah, Niners are paying that man.
This guy's a glaze.
He's
way.
too good.
You don't got to pay Purdy. You're straight.
You could call him a glazer, but at the same time, Brandon Ayuk's amazing.
He's so
Doesn't
fucking
change the fact
good.
that he's glazing, thinking they're gonna get Brandon Ayuk. Like, what are we doing?
I mean,
Wait,
there's-
I'm
I would do
glazing
anything for
thinking the
Brandon Ayuk.
Jets are going to get Ayuk?
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I
he's
just said
just being
imagine.
a Jets hater. He's being a Jets
Yeah,
hater.
I just said imagine if Ayuk hits the open market. Do you think he will?
You know what? I
He's a
can't
Niner
even
for
be mad
life,
at him.
man.
You know, keep hating. Keep hating.
Niner for life, man. He loves Brock Purdy. That's his QB. It's his dog, man. Helped him have his career year.
So now, this week, we did not record a Patreon. The Pick'em graphic will be up tomorrow with all our picks. And moving forward, we will do Patreon. Since the NFL season is over, it's probably going to be just questions from you guys or just topics regarding something sports, but sometimes it might not be sports. We could talk about other things pop culture wise, but yeah, just getting into the new groove of things for the new year. For those of you guys that are Patreon members or are subscribed to Spotify Premium for our subscription, you guys will be getting extra episodes soon, and the link for the Patreon is in our bio. To start off the show, the first batch of All-Star voting came in, and we can start in the Western Conference top 10. Number 1 was LeBron. Number 2 was KD. Number 3 was Jokic. Number 4 was AD. Number 5 was Kawhi. Number 6 was Paul George. Number 7 was Şengün. Number 8 was Wemby. Number 9 was Chet. And number 10 was Cat. What are your thoughts on this?
This is unserious.
It's unserious?
I like this 10.
Wemby's on the list already?
You had to know.
Yeah, you did.
Man.
He's going to be global.
Yeah, I probably would have had Wemby last out of the 10.
What I know that I'm getting ahead of myself, but what really stood out to me was that Chet and Victor had more votes than Paolo on the Eastern side. I know I'm kind of spoiling things, but that's the one thing that stood out to me.
I don't think Chet arguably has been playing better than Carroll on the same level.
You could argue it, which
Paolo
is why
as a 1 though. That's his responsibility on offense is a lot more than Chet.
That's what I put the poll up yesterday.
Even though their offense is,
I put that question up on Twitter asking who do you think has the higher ceiling between P5 and Chet Holmgren. Now Chet's doing this as a 2. He's excelling. Over 50% from the field, over 40% from 3. Unbelievable defender. But Paolo also has been the offensive force for the Orlando Magic. Obviously plays great defense in his own right. Not as good as Chet Holmgren, but he's doing this as the number 1 on his team, also contributing to winning basketball. So to me, I thought that was pretty interesting. And Victor having well more votes than both of those guys. Just because of how exciting he was. And I don't want to get too ahead of myself because it's going to be my this week in the NBA. But that Bucks-Spurs game was just so much fun to watch. Just watching Giannis and Victor go at it head-to-head. And seeing Victor, honestly, get his a lot of the time. A lot of it.
He has some crazy highlights.
He's definitely a box office player. But no, I don't think he deserves to have more votes than Chet Holmgren, or he should not be ahead of him in the voting because Chet Holmgren has been one of the most exciting and has been the quote-unquote best rookie this season.
I was shocked with one thing on this front court list. Rudy Gobert's not on here. I think Rudy Gobert should have been on here.
Fans don't really like Rudy, sadly.
Well, I'm shocked because he's been one of the 10 best front court players in the West.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why I'm shocked.
Who would you take off?
I would take off Cat. I think Gobert has done more for Minnesota this year than Cat.
You can take off Victor.
Yeah. Cat, Victor, even Chet.
I think I'd take Wemby, yeah.
Gobert is a DPOY candidate right now. He's a top 3 candidate. I felt like he should have been top 10. Wemby, we know is high, but we understand the hype with Wemby, so that's why it wasn't that surprising. I am very much a fan of Şengün being on this list.
Yeah. High, too. He's getting his respect.
Yes, NBA fans know ball. They know what's up. Alperen Şengün on the list. The biggest catalyst for the Rockets turnaround, did you guys hear Gilbert Arenas saying that Jalen Green is like untouchable in a trade package with the Knicks? Gilbert Arenas said if the Knicks were to call up the Rockets right now and say, we'll give you Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, the Rockets say no for Jalen Green. Because he said Jalen Green is a superstar talent.
I mean, you could be high on Jalen Green. Turn him
Shout out to Gil.
Down for Brunson, though.
Shout out to Gil. Has shown a lot of love to the show. I'm sorry, brother. No way.
I wish Gilbert was here and I would ask him, who is a better player, Jalen Green or Alperen Şengün? I would love to hear his answer on it. I think there's a 60% chance he says Jalen Green.
Yeah, if you're taking him over Brunson, then damn.
With the way you just said Brunson and Randall.
Yeah.
I've always found it interesting how the way we, like, us as fans view the NBA game and how basketball players view it. Like, they don't really give a fuck about accolades. They don't care about, like, what you've won. They just is like who puts, like, the most fear on the court or, like, who, like.
That's why people are moved by Poole.
Yeah, or, like, not even that. It's just, like, no, that was corny. But yeah, shit, if I would have laughed, it would have been good, but, like, it wasn't really moving anymore.
No, I understand why you didn't laugh.
Nobody laughed.
He did.
Because he's
and so did this guy. Look at him. He's
laughing
That Warriors
now.
game was so fun.
He's a Warriors hater. He's going to laugh.
He was a Poole believer.
Was it?
He was with you when I said that Reeves was better.
That's not really being a believer.
Better, yeah.
No, I understand.
It's not a believer. You guys are it's just.
Is Reeves better than Tyler Hero? That question came to me when I was watching the game.
He's not.
He's not.
He's not.
Okay. I just wanted to ask a question. There's nothing behind it. Just a straightforward question. I just wanted to know the answer. I want to know where we all stand on it.
I think I agree that Gobert's been having a better season than Wemby, but I would rather see Wemby in an All-Star game than Gobert. I think that's why I'm cool with having Wemby on there.
Here's my thing with the All-Star game. What's the point of it, man? What's the point of
We have some fun.
No, you hate fun.
No, listen, first of all, it's not really fun every year. That's number one.
Last year was the worst it's been in some
Jason
time.
Number two, this is my
That was
thing.
gas.
My God.
You could get into the Hall of Fame
every day.
with All-Star games. A lot of All-Star games and a couple All-NBAs that get you into the Hall of Fame. But All-Star games don't really matter because the fans literally vote you, and all you have to do is be a fan favorite. And depending on where you play, what's the landscape of your game, what's your PR team, like you said, we're gonna talk about it a little bit after. Kuzma got more votes than Carroll.
Yeah,
that's not like what do we like? What does the All-Star game really mean at the end of the day? Like we should respect to the fans, but something's got to give with that shit. Like we got to start. Like we can't just have a All-Star ballot and everybody can get voted for. Like it's getting a little out of hand at this point.
That makes sense. And to segue into the Eastern Conference, the front court, number 1 was Giannis, number 2 was Embiid, number 3 was Tatum, where he's supposed to be. Tatum got to be number 3 amongst front court players. Might not get top 5 guards. We'll see.
Automatically makes him a starter.
He almost got 1,800,000 votes, which is more than anybody in the East in the guards.
Yeah, you thought that was crazy.
Tatum, he got to be an all-star starter, right? Number 4 is Butler. Number 5 is Jaylen Brown. Number 6, Bam Adebayo. Number 7, Mikal Bridges. Number 8, Kristaps Porzingis. Number 9, Kyle Kuzma. And number 10, Paolo Banchero.
Celtics, 3 front court
Yes,
players
man.
in the top 10.
I think all 3 of those guys deserve a spot.
I think you're right.
I think Mikal being over Paolo is worse than Kuzma being over Paolo.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like it's the same thing.
I actually don't think it's much of a difference.
Yeah,
Paolo should be over both.
I think I think both of them. You just looking like what the fuck.
Mikal is up 2 spots. Kuzma and Porzingis are over him, and then Mikal's 7. That's why I think it's worse.
Mikal's over them, those guys, right? What is it? Mikal, then Kuzma, then Porzingis?
Mikal, Porzingis, Kuzma, then Banchero.
Okay, yeah. So all 3 of them, I'll be honest, Banchero should be ahead of.
He should. I think.
Was Randall on the list?
No.
Randall's actually been really good this year.
Randall's probably been better than every player.
All 3 of those guys should go.
Yes.
Randall, this is the year.
Any year he deserved it, right?
Yeah, is this one right here, man? Like, yeah, this shit's
I'm
silly.
going to be honest.
Who the fuck is voting for Kyle Kuzma?
Knicks
I don't know. I really don't know.
Knicks fans did not show out. They didn't at all. For Julius
that
to
hate
not
for
be
Randall
top
is
10.
strong.
For Brunson to not be a top 5 guard. It's shocking to me. He's been awesome this season, and I thought that off that sheer fact that the Knicks are the best fans in basketball, there's nothing like New York Knicks basketball when the Knicks are playing some great basketball. The Knicks are playing some really great ball. Jalen Brunson has been statistically one of the best guards, one of the best shooting guards in basketball. Shooting, you know what I mean, point guard shooting the basketball.
I didn't know what you meant.
No, you didn't?
No.
Really, actually?
Yeah, I'm going to be a dick today.
Yeah, fuck
He's
you.
been one of the best point guards, brother, man.
He has been. But shooting the basketball, he has been one of the more
Say
elite
one of the best
shooters
scorers,
that there is.
buddy. Best scorers. Just say that.
No, that is what I said.
No, shooters. I
But
don't know what you're saying.
But he's shooting almost 44,
Sounds
almost
idiotic to me.
45%. Idiotic. Really, spell it.
Idiotic? IDIOTIC.
Wow, it's impressive, even for an idiot like you.
Not gonna lie, you passed damn near every spelling
time,
test.
every
You've been
time.
I
cooking.
can spell, bro.
I asked him to spell easy words, to be fair.
No, you asked me to spell some bullshit word one
like
time,
what?
and I cooked
Providence?
up. No, it was before that. It was one like you put up. It was a dangerous
Expeditious? Can you spell that one?
word. Expeditious?
Just sound it out.
Nah, I don't feel like doing that shit right now.
But regardless, Jalen Brunson most definitely has been one of the more impressive players in the league. For him to not be top 5 of the guards, that was pretty crazy. The Knicks fans got to be better. For all the talk that they talk,
Who'd you
there's
vote
no
for?
way.
Did you vote for a Knicks player?
I did. I actually have my all-star voting image
You voted for RJ?
in my photos. Come on. Don't disrespect me like that. My all-star voting, it was very
So
biased.
rude.
In the East, it was Brunson, Halliburton, Banchero, Randall, and Embiid as the starters. It was a very biased all-star vote.
Very biased.
On the West, it was Luka, Anthony Edwards, KD, LeBron, Jokic.
All right, you got my guy in there regardless.
So very biased, but my votes. I wanted my votes to count. I only voted once, by the way. I didn't vote multiple times like you're incentivized to do. The East, I think Mikal shouldn't be there. I think Kuzma shouldn't be there. The 2 easy players that I swap out for them or swap in for them, Pascal Siakam and Julius Randle. I think that rounds up the Eastern Conference front court votes or
I'd put in
all-star caliber players. Who?
DeMar over Kuzma.
Where's Kobe White in this conversation? Once we get to the go.
We're not in the guards
Has
yet.
Franz not been more impressive than Kuzma this year too?
He has.
So like,
Has he
that's
been better than Siakam though?
probably not. Siakam's definitely. I can say this every time we talk
Wait, I
about
just
him.
noticed
Scotty a
Barnes
guard or a
isn't here.
forward?
That's also
Scotty
ridiculous.
Wait, what is he?
Who?
No,
Scotty.
he's a guard.
He's a guard.
He's a guard, and he's not on the list regardless.
Yeah. DeMar's actually on the guards.
Why the fuck do they keep
They're
doing
doing
that?
this every year.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Because
really,
Jalen Brown's is
He's
put
a
on the front
forward.
court.
Yeah.
DeMar's more of a fucking
He is more
forward
of a
than
front
Jalen
court.
Brown.
I agree.
All right, whatever.
So in the front court in the East, is Jalen Brown too high, number 5? He's over Bam Adebayo, Porzingis, and Boncaro.
I think Bam has been
You
better.
could
this
you
year.
could put Bam over him. I'm fine.
You could
with
argue that.
JB's been really good for the last month or so. You know, he started.
I'm fine
off,
with JB
a little
after Bam.
slow, but
I think everything else is cool. I'm fine with JB after Bam. So
Yeah.
like 6'7" would that be?
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think number 1, Giannis, Embiid, Tatum, Butler, Bam, Jalen Brown.
Then are we putting Boncaro there, or we keep?
I would put
Can I-
Boncaro
can
next.
I-
ahead of Brown.
Has Julius Randle been more impressive to his team than Jalen Brown?
Yes.
Low key because
Julius Randle's been hooping.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't.
Yes.
He's
lie.
been going crazy.
Yes.
Brown's
JB's been
definitely
doing
top
his
10.
thing too, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, definitely
on
deserves
here.
to be here. You know I love Jalen Brown.
Porzingis or Boncaro? Who would go ahead in this?
Boncaro.
I would say Paulo.
I mean,
Paolo is the one.
Yeah.
is it crazy to say that Porzingis has been more impactful to the Celtics than Jalen Brown this year?
Not
I don't think it's crazy. What he brings as a rim protector and just everything, what you could do with him offensively,
trying
he's
to
such a
start
mismatch.
shit.
No, I'm asking a question
I
because
don't think
Porzingis
so.
has been awesome this year.
I love JB. I love Porzingis.
and JB gets to focus on defense now. One of his strong suits.
And
Right, Riv?
Porzingis is deserved to be here.
It has been.
I said
You
one
know,
of his strong
JB
suits.
Has it been?
Career high in assists, lowest turnovers in the last 4 years.
Has it been?
It
Not
has
last year.
been,
Don't
not
ask about
last
how
year.
Why
much.
does he always make it seem like
Because
Not last
he
year.
had to focus on
Finally,
getting
and I
buckets
haven't
to
said a
make
word
All
this
NBA.
But I haven't said a word this year.
Yeah, because you're doing the smart thing.
Well, he's actually playing defense, so I don't have to say anything. If he's not playing defense, I will say something.
Interesting.
noticed that?
Pick and choose.
No, I.
You pick and choose.
No,
Because I'm surprised because he's not scoring the way that he was, but he's playing great
because
defense.
he's focusing on the other end, which is good. They
Got
have
it.
5 All-Stars.
But he was focusing on the other end, and that didn't matter to you.
You guys
Huh?
talking about Jalen Brown?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you're a two-way, I expect you to focus on both ends. You told me last year he was a two-way.
He is a two-way.
So why didn't he focus on defense?
He wasn't into it last year. That's what Riv was trying to say.
He
That's
wasn't
where
as
you-
good as a defender.
That's where you're losing me. And he was a horrible off-ball defender for like 3 years,
He was.
maybe even longer.
He was.
And that's really important for defense.
I don't disagree.
Okay.
Just keep in mind that for the front court in the West and the front court in the East,
Oh, they saying where's Jared Allen?
does he deserve to be there?
Jared
Over
Allen,
When he
he plays
plays,
good
when he
ball.
plays,
Over
Yeah.
Julius Randle?
Cleveland wins.
I wouldn't put him over Julius Randle.
I wouldn't put him over.
Would you put him
Julius.
over Franz Wagner?
Maybe.
Who?
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen's been fucking great for
Yeah.
Cleveland. He's been the most consistent guy out of all of them too.
By the way, JB in this last month is averaging 25, 5.5, and 4.
That's
on,
good.
The one thing holding Franz
50,
back is that his
39,
three-point shot
75.
stinks.
54,
Why does he
39,
can't shoot
75.
free throws? That's
Huh?
actually weird.
I know.
People who shoot
Tatum's
threes can't shoot
free throws been down too.
You would have Jared Allen over Miles
I don't know
Turner
where it went.
Yes.
comfortably? I think that's a debate.
Jared brings more on
Watch
defense
this.
Yeah, but offensively, Miles
Watch
Turner is averaging
because of the
17.
shooting. I think Jared is at 15 and 11 off the top of my head.
This is JB.
I don't think it's too
This is the
far
last
off.
month, yeah.
I'll take Jared Allen.
Yeah,
now.
he's been cooking.
Yeah.
He's been
So-
OD.
Just keep in mind for both front courts at the
I know.
end.
you got off to a little bit of a slow start.
At the end of going over these all-star votes, we're going to do our own top 10 as a collective.
Okay.
So just you can write names down as we go of players that you want to get in the mix here. So in the guards in the Western Conference, number 1 is Luka, number 2 is Steph, number 3 is SGA, number 4 James Harden. Harden fans came out and showed out,
He's been showing
and
out.
he's
You didn't get any
deserved to
vote?
be here.
You
didn't-
didn't show
you didn't
up.
put him
No,
in your
he did
rep-
not.
Not
put
my
him in.
starters.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He
Did
doesn't
not-
what?
he
He
did
doesn't
not
deserve
put
to
a-
be
he
here.
did not put
It
him
was
in.
between Luka and Edwards.
It should have been Luke. No, listen.
You know Harden's shooting a career high 3-point percentage right now, right?
And
He's
Harden's
so-
been
Somebody
amazing.
said no.
Oh, I thought you said he
Draymond.
doesn't deserve to be here.
No, I never
Oh, I
said
thought
that
that's what you
once.
said. I
Somebody said no
apologize.
Draymond.
I never
I
said
thought
that
that's
once.
what you
You're
said.
voting for Draymond?
Fuck no.
You said fuck no.
I just told Riv that my
I'll
guards
take
were
this.
Luka and Edwards, so I didn't.
He said
put
Harden fans
in there.
showed out, and I said you didn't show out.
I
That's
didn't
what
show
I.
Yeah, you
that's
cooked.
what I
You
said.
cooked.
Number 5 is Kyrie. Number 6, Anthony Edwards. Number 7, John Morant. Number 8, De'Aaron Fox. Number 9, Clay. Number 10, Reeves.
What?
9 and
9
10.
who?
9 and 10.
9 and 10 is
hilarious.
Clay and Austin Reeves.
Fox should be ahead of
That's-
Josh.
that's
Josh
the
shouldn't be on the
Warriors
list. He's
and-
played
and
7
Lakers
games,
shit right
like
there.
7, 8 games. Josh shouldn't be on the list.
Josh box office though.
Yeah, but respectfully, Fox should be ahead of him. He's played
Oh,
a
most
shit ton of more
definitely.
games.
Most
Josh
definitely.
only played like 8 games.
Fox
To
should
be honest,
be
with you,
number
Fox should be
4.
number exactly.
Fox should be ahead of Kyrie too.
Yes.
And Edwards should be ahead of Kyrie.
I think Fox has slightly been better than Anthony Edwards.
Yes. No, I agree with you. I think Fox has been an MVP this year.
The Western
Candidate.
guards.
He's been amazing.
The Western guards are just a thing of beauty, honestly.
Good luck trying to figure that shit out.
The 1 through 10, you're saying, or them
Yeah,
getting in?
guards, the 1 through 10 guards.
Yeah,
Just
bro,
good
they're
luck.
amazing.
I feel like nobody's appreciating just how much Fox has improved his 3-point shot.
They really aren't. His pull-up 3-point shot has been unbelievably great this year.
He's virtually unguardable now. You cannot guard him, and that's why they're trying to go trade for Pascal Siakam.
Said this in the Discord. I've been active in the Discord. That's all I'm gonna say. A lot of conversation about SGA. A lot of conversations about Halliburton. Not enough on Fox. Fox has been an unbelievable scorer this year.
Absolutely. So with the guards, I mean, Klay Thompson, Austin Reeves, we're getting them out of here.
Yes.
John Moran got to get out of here for the game
Yes,
purpose
yes.
of it. So I mean, Kyrie Irving, I think probably is near the bottom of the list. I don't know if
agree.
he's near the top like he is
Been-
here.
Yeah, he's been banged up.
Why is Reeves out of here?
Be so
He's not
fucking
an all-star, bro.
serious.
He's number 10. That's fine.
Nah, I think we could probably find them.
We could
Go
definitely
ahead,
find
please think of
somebody.
one.
Jamal Murray.
Okay.
That was pretty easy.
Okay, over Clay, but I'm taking.
Fred?
I'm crazy to say I'm taking Reeves over Clay.
Fred Van Vliet. He's been better than Reeves.
I think he's
feel
been
like.
better than Reeves.
Okay.
That's why I don't think the bar is incredibly high here. You know what I mean?
Reeves has been
I
playing.
fuck around,
good
put Malik
ball.
Monk in before I put Austin.
Oh,
Reeves.
Anthony,
key.
I'd
Malik
rather
Monk
put
is cool.
Anthony
Anthony,
Simons
Anthony
than-
was hurt for a good amount of time. That's the only reason why I didn't say Anthony immediately.
They
The
have
obvious
Jonathan.
one. Devin Booker. Devin Booker should be here.
Oh, why is he not here?
Oh shit! I didn't even peep. He wasn't on the
Yeah,
list.
Devin Booker should
Yeah,
definitely
Devin,
be here.
yeah. Bye-bye,
What
Reeves.
the fuck?
Why
Desmond
is there-
Bain's not here either.
Desmond Bain, you should add
That
him.
also is.
Be honest,
all right.
Phoenix ain't
All
showing
right, it's
out.
over. He's
Phoenix
not
ain't
10.
showing out for
He's
sure.
not 10.
Yeah.
They showed out for
Why is Devin
KD.
Booker there?
No, I don't think
know.
Phoenix showed out for KD. I think just KD fans showed out for KD.
That's weird.
So wake up call.
Sons,
So
what's going? You gotta talk to Jess, bro.
Austin, she showed out. She showed out. Klay Thompson, Austin Reeves, they gone.
She voted for Josh Okogie.
Yeah, he thinks he's in. Number 9, number 10, Klay Reeves, they out. So
Yep.
I think the easy ones we're putting in are Devin Booker.
Yep.
And I would put Desmond Bain in here too.
I'm fine with that.
And I think Jamal Murray deserves to be here over John
Ja
Morant.
Morant,
Yeah.
mhm.
So that would kind of be the 10, and we could do the order later on. But the guards in the East, we have Tyrese, we have Dame, we have
That is
Trey.
number one.
Number 4, Donovan Mitchell. All that I think, for what it's worth, have been a little bit more impressive than Tatum this year. Number 5, Tyrese
doing?
Maxey. Number 6, Brunson. Number 7, LaMelo Ball.
Legend.
Number 8, Derek White. Number
Oh.
9, DeMar. And number 10, Drew Holiday.
Drew
I'm
Holiday
gonna
shouldn't
keep
be
it
there,
100.
bro.
Dame over Maxey and Brunson, a little crazy.
No, it's ridiculous.
You said, oh yeah, Dame. Nah,
Dame should drop to like 6.
Dame's
7.
number 2.
Dame has
Dame going to a new conference and being like the 7th best guard don't really get talked
Okay.
about enough, and I ain't gonna say nothing.
also that's my issue
I
though.
ain't gonna say nothing.
People talk about Damian Lillard like he's playing like shit. He's not.
He's not, but he's not.
He's
I
been
think
up and down.
He's adjusting to a new role as a number 2 on a championship actual championship caliber
I have
team.
a question. What's like? I get he's adjusting to a new role. I get he's adjusting to a new coach. But what's the main adjustment? Like, what is he really like? He's missing the same type of shots he
That's
normally
true.
takes.
That's true.
So where's the adjustment? Defense?
Well, we know that wasn't going to be there.
Is that what he?
It's just also
like,
maybe he's just not getting the same volume that he would once get, and also it's adjusting to the fact of this is the first time in his career he's not the best player on his team. So also understanding those situations of when to pick and choose his moments. He should never shy away from any moment. You're right. He is missing some shots we normally do see him make. His 3-point efficiency hasn't been what it normally is. That's been the biggest surprise. But he's still getting his, and Milwaukee's still the second best offense in basketball.
It'd been cool.
They're still
A
scared
lot
in
of
a
these
7-game
players, well,
series.
Outside of Maxey's playing with somebody else. So I think the volume thing is more of an argument for Hallie and Trey because they're getting much more volume than Dame. But I agree. I mean, I don't think Dame should be top 3
Maxey
here.
and Dame
though.
are playing with the same talent.
Huh?
Maxey and
Yeah.
Dame are playing
That's
with the
that's
same
what
talent.
he's saying. They say outside of them,
Oh,
the volume. No, he's talking strictly volume.
Wait, why'd you bring it up though?
Because that's what Drew brought
Yes,
up with
that
volume.
is what I'm saying. Correct.
Oh, I didn't hear my fault.
He said that those guys are getting more volume because Dame's not getting the same shots because
Oh, yes,
now
yes,
he's
yes,
in
yes,
Milwaukee.
yes. I
And he
mean,
has to share
they're
the ball.
going to get more volume in because they're the primary playmakers. So it's like, and they need the ball a shit ton. So they were going to get more
For
volume
sure.
anyways.
No doubt.
DeMar shouldn't be here.
Oh, God. We should be over him.
Kobe
Derek
White.
Bro, if we're being honest, Drew Holiday shouldn't be here.
If we
Drew
honest,
Holiday shouldn't be here either.
DeMar
Yeah,
shouldn't be
definitely.
on this list.
Scotty Barnes most definitely should be on this
For
list.
sure. Did you just say Derek White?
Derek White's been
If you
awesome.
want to put Derek White at 10, I'm not saying
Over
nothing about
DeMar?
It's possible.
Derek White's like the fourth option.
Impact to winning, bro.
Kobe White's become the first option.
Drew
Shout out
Holiday
JJ.
made an All-Star game last year. Why can't Derek?
I didn't agree that he should have made an All-Star game last year.
Your
Now, if
boy
you wanna have
Wiggins was
DeMar
a
over
starter.
Derek White,
Wiggins and I have been
wouldn't say
openly honest about why Wiggins made the All-Star game.
Who was trying to pull the BTS card?
It was a Brandon Ingram fan. He's trying to get him in, talking about some K-pop, and I'm like, I know your tricks, bro.
Yo, that was so funny.
Brandon Ingram was not on that forward list, by the way.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. Zion wasn't either.
That's crazy.
damn, Zion.
How the mighty
Fans
have
fell
fallen.
off.
How
Fans
the
fell off
mighty have
crazy.
fallen.
I mean, Tyler Hero should be over Drew Holiday, I think.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other names in the East.
Tyler Hero missed some time. How many games has he played?
20, 22?
He's played 16.
I was gonna say
Felt like more.
He missed a lot of
a
games.
little less than half.
Darius Garland's not here.
He's also
For what
been
it's
injured
worth.
for a good amount
Been
of
injured.
time.
Hasn't been an All-Star in most of his games.
LaMelo has been injured for a good portion of the season. He's up here because he was balling
yeah.
the hell out.
Cade Cunningham wasn't here.
He should be up here.
You'd have him over Derek White.
Yes.
You'd have him over DeMar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Despite the losing, I think Cade is.
I'll be honest. If
Putting up
Derek
some
White
good
was on
numbers.
Detroit, they'd have 0 wins.
Instead of Cade.
Yes.
Riv, what was that you were saying to me about Cade being better than prime
Cade did
Tracy
have
McGrady?
some disaster
I'm still
classes.
cooking. Huh? What'd you say?
Cade did have some terrible games.
Yeah, but Derek
Like
White's the
some
number one
god-awful
now.
games.
Like,
I know,
all
I'm
that
just
shit
saying,
ain't gonna
I'm
fly
not-
like you think it's gonna fly.
I just don't think Derek White's lows would get that low. His
Zero-
eyes wouldn't get that high.
What did he get? 1
I
win?
don't know. Derek White could drop 30.
And win?
Not often.
Cade had 40 and 71%. He didn't win the
Cade's
game.
better. Like, he will be
So how
better.
many games do you think Derek White gonna win? Let's just
Um,
have fun here. How many things you think Derek White in Detroit? He's the number one. How many games you think are gonna fly off the board? The
Tell you
bar
what,
is
man.
3. So
He's got 5.
He gets-
I'm giving him 5.
Which
He's got 5
he
W's.
changing the
Derek White.
defense. He changing the
Yeah,
offense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got POA defender. He could protect the
You
rim.
go see how tired he
hit
is.
the
Monty
three,
Williams is
pull
gonna
up.
spam him with 100 pick and rolls. He's gonna be so gassed. Cade should be on this list though. He's a top 10 player in the East.
No Terry Rozier love, man.
You don't know shit
He's
about
so
Terry Rozier,
serious.
man.
He's
You
averaging
weren't there.
24 and 7.
Should he be over? I'm tired of
DeMar.
no love. We kicked DeMar
All right,
already.
does Terry Rozier to be over deserve to be on this list over Scotty Barnes?
You really became a Terry Rozier fan like overnight. This shit happened in the last week.
That's because y'all said y'all take Emmanuel quickly over him, and that was crazy to me.
Yeah. Oh,
I was like, are we really disrespecting
I
Terry
really
Rozier
don't think
like
it's
this?
that
You said
I really don't
Emmanuel
think it's that
quickly
crazy, bro.
in 2 games.
crying?
Not bad in Toronto.
OG.
Yeah.
It's not
OG's been
24 and
doing his
7.
thing.
Terry Rozier is better than
He
him.
had 26, if I'm not mistaken, the last game that he played.
Yeah, first game.
But then the first game,
was
he
in
had
foul
First
trouble.
game-
First game was in
of
foul
course, come
trouble.
on.
He was in foul trouble too that game.
I got to see more of a sample size. Emmanuel quickly will be great with them, though.
Why we acting like DeMar's been a scrub? Wait
He
a
hasn't
minute.
been.
He hasn't.
He
What's up
hasn't
with this
been.
guy?
I don't know.
Why
He
he
said
keep throwing
Terry over
shots?
DeMar.
Rozier over Drew.
Yeah,
Drew's gone. We kicked him.
Yes,
He
Drew
can
Holiday
go.
is
But we're
not-
taking
full
this
respect.
DeMar over the current iteration of Kobe White.
DeMar's a winner. He's been stolen in the locker room.
This
He's shooting
iteration of
36%.
Kobe White.
from
Who's
three.
better for your team right now in the last 15 games, Kobe White or DeMar DeRozan?
What the fuck? They've both been the same, bro.
Kobe been OD, though.
Kobe's been, but DeMar's really like instilling that confidence in the team. We suck. I'm tired of us winning actually, but yeah, they both been
You guys
cool.
know you guys have been losing, and you see who's ahead of you in the standings?
Who?
The Hawks.
Aren't we like close?
It is.
Oh yeah.
The
It's
Hawks,
like
the
a
Hawks are
game.
like a 9 seed, right?
It's like a game and a half.
Oh okay. No, how many wins the Hawks got? We got 14.
14? I think.
Oh, we might have the same.
They might, but the Hawks just beat someone they shouldn't have recently. Hold
Okay,
on.
see?
Hawks are 14.
Yes,
Yes.
they did
Yeah,
just
they
beat
might have
OKC.
15 wins.
That was on back.
DeMar should be a forward anyways, so I don't even.
Oh, they
know
have
why he
14
ranked
wins.
But can we just appreciate these numbers right here? I mean, Rozier's averaging
Oh my
24.
God.
Why the fuck are you a Rozier fan? All of a
He's
sudden?
averaging 24 points, 3.8 rebounds,
He
and
needs a new Hornets
7.1
line.
Nah, 7
assists.
assists is crazy for Terry.
24 and 7. That's a career high points and assists. He's shooting 47% from the field and 36% from 3.
He absolutely
He should come
serious.
home,
How
I'll
many
be
times have
honest.
you watched him play?
I watched
should
him
come
against the Lakers the other night when he went the under.
Is that what moved you?
It's the
No,
one-
he
oh,
had 18. He didn't
42
have that
against
great
the
a game.
Suns. God damn it, did not.
Yeah. He had 34 against the Kings. It was the biggest reason why the
Hornets are like a
Kings
black
blew
hole
that
in my
game.
mind.
He had 42 against the Suns, like Dehls just mentioned, 25 against the Pacers, 22 against the Raptors, 30 against the Pelicans. When you have those defenders that they have, he's been really impressive this year.
He has been.
Rozier.
Celtic
Man,
legend.
y'all gave him away for nothing, man. Y'all didn't even
I
trade
know.
him.
Well, we got that was the
Disrespect.
Kyrie.
offseason. We signed Kyrie and I think we had Hayward too.
It was a signing
same
trade,
offseason,
right?
Yeah. Facts. Because Terry was due for an extension.
Yeah, I think you'll live with that. if
Cooper
the
Flag is
Celtics-
Yeah.
on ESPN app right now.
L.
No debut. His
Oh,
game.
tough.
Montverde, yeah.
Oh, high school basketball? Okay, so to round out our or I should say NBA All-Star votings that we think the players that should have been in the top 10 because we think there were some things wrong. So redoing the NBA All-Star top 10, Western Conference front court right now, Number 1 is LeBron. Number 2 is KD. Number 3 is Jokic. Number 4 is AD. Number 5, Kawhi. Number 6, Paul George. I think we're good so far.
Correct.
Number 7, Şengün. And now 8, 9, 10 is Wemby, Chet, and Cat.
I think Chet Holmgren deserves to be on this list.
Yeah, added Rudy to that list.
Add Rudy.
I think Chet,
Victor's the odd man out, in my opinion.
Cat, or excuse me, Chet, Cat, Rudy.
Yeah, I'm cool with
fine
that.
with that.
We're not giving Sabonis any love here.
Sabonis.
Oh, forgot about Sabonis.
Get Cat
It'll
out
have
of
to
here.
get. It'll have to be
Get Cat
Cat.
outta
I
here.
think
I think
Rudy
so.
and Chet stay.
So Rudy and Chet stay. Wemby and Cat go.
If we're kicking somebody out, it would have to be Cat, and Wemby goes. Yes, 'cause he's a
Sabonis
rookie.
really second best big man passer in the game, man.
for sure.
He's an awesome passer. Yeah, I think that would
Y'all
be the top
slapped.
10. The top 7 is great, and then 8, 9, 10, it can be Chet, Şengün, Rudy Gobert, whichever order. Are we missing anybody? Brandon Ingram, Zion,
Ooh.
Zion or Chet Holmgren?
Lauri Markkanen.
Laurie, unfortunately, isn't an
We missed
all-star
all
this
these
year.
guys the first time around.
Is Zion more deserving than Chet Holmgren? Yes or no?
He can be.
I think Chet Holmgren's efficiency has just been so insane. OKC is playing winning basketball.
What he brings
His
as a defender,
defense,
their
exactly.
top 6 defense, top 6
Joel's
offense and
twin,
defense. My
That
twin.
also adds to it.
Yo, that
picture
do-rag
fucking-
picture's insane, actually. It's actually
Can't-
crazy.
Never forget who started that, man.
Shout out do-rag Red,
You're
man.
you're a legend.
It looks exactly like him. bar
It
for bar.
does.
It's
It's
crazy.
actually insane, bro.
I would say no
No
to Zion or Ingram.
I would have Chet over them.
Well, we have them over Cat. That's the thing. Because Cat was the last guy we.
I think Sabonis, whether you like that or not, Joel, I think Sabonis is more deserving to All-Star than Rudy. I understand that his defense has
Oof.
been some of the most impactful.
I don't know about that one.
The offensive game of Sabonis this year has just been unbelievable. To me, his efficiency, his ability to pass, still being the initiator, while also understanding De'Aaron Fox is the one who needs to get us going in terms of scoring the basketball. I think that you still see the Kings playing winning basketball. I understand Gobert's impact, but I just like the way that that Sabonis is playing basketball this season.
I'm not mad at that. I'd go 8, 9, 10. I'd go number 8, Rudy Gobert. I'd go number 9, Sabonis. I'd go number 10, Chet. That's what I'd go.
Like
in that
Şengün
order.
has by far, like he's definitely been better than Sabonis. Like you're just gonna comfortably say that he's been comfortably better than Gobert.
Has he been
That's the
better
only
than Chet?
That's exactly what I mean. So it's like if we're gonna comfortably say Şengün's gonna be 7, then let's just have this open conversation of 7, 8, 9, 10 with Sabonis, with Gobert, with Chet Holmgren. Because Alperen Şengün has been excellent. He's been awesome. But Sabonis is essentially giving you the same thing, better passer. Not that maybe you wouldn't say as efficient, maybe is a little bit safer with the ball. But again, a lot of the offense for the Kings is run through Sabonis. So he's going to have the ball in his hand naturally more, and he's going to turn the ball over more.
In the Eastern Conference now, the front court for the East, number 1, Giannis,
Yep.
number 2, Embiid, number 3, Tatum.
Yep.
I think they got the top 3 right.
Agreed.
Number 4, Jimmy.
Yep.
Number 5, Jaylen Brown. Number 6, Bam. Number 7, Mikal. 8, Porzingis. 9, Kuzma. And 10, Boncaro.
We got to change
We
a lot
added
here.
Randall.
We got to change a lot here.
I think top 4 stay. I'll go 5, hot take, Julius Randle.
Julius Randle is playing awesome
cool with
basketball.
that.
I'd go with
Cool
him
with that.
too.
I'm not.
I think I would
I'm not.
put-
I'm fine with that. I'm fine
6, Bam Adebayo. I'm cool.
With that. Bam or
Or
JB. I don't
Paul-
really.
or
I
Paulo,
don't
too.
care for the order.
I would even have him that high, if not 7.
I'm not opposed to that. I think 7, you either go JB or Paolo.
Paulo.
So that's 7, 8 filled out. 9,
Wagner.
I'm cool with Franz. The only thing Franz 3-point really has not been.
I would
good.
have Porzingis here.
Porzingis. Yes.
I would
Yes.
have Porzingis
Pa-
here.
but Pascal. I'll go.
Add him.
I'll go. It's either Kristaps or Pascal.
Who's 8, 9?
It would be Kristaps and Pascal.
So we're valid.
Because I think this top 10 is great outside of Mikal and Kuzma being here.
Mhm.
So like you said, we got to put in 2
So we
players
can put
in
Randall
here.
in.
The one is
Put
Julius
Pascal
Randle.
in.
Pascal can be in.
We can take out who's another. Porzingis has to stay.
He does have to stay.
Oh, he does have to say he's been playing at an all-star level for sure.
So damn. Yeah.
All right, so just so I'm sure that we're clear here. 1, Giannis. 2, Embiid. 3, Tatum. 4, Jimmy. 5, Randall. 6, Bam.
Mhm.
7, Paolo.
Sure.
8,
cool with that.
JB.
Yep.
9,
Porzingis.
Porzingis. And 10, Pascal. There it is.
I'm good with that.
Scotty Barnes is listed as a forward.
He shouldn't be.
If he is, do we put him over Pascal?
Damn it.
I would.
So then
See,
Scotty
this is
Barnes
how this
rounds
is-
out
I
the
don't
top
think
10.
Shouldn't be
Scotty's he's a point guard.
But yes, I would put him over Pascal.
He's a guard at the least. He's been playing point guard for the Raptors.
So let's go to the Eastern Conference guards then.
All right.
Tyrese Halliburton, number 1.
Cool with
Number
that.
2 is Dame. Number 3 is Trey. Number 4 is Mitchell. Number 5 is Maxey. Number 6 is Brunson. Number 7, LaMelo. Number 8, Derek White. Number 9, DeMar. And number 10, Drew Holiday.
I'm fine with the 7. The first 7, I could really care less for the order. I'm fine with the 7 being in. The last 3, though, we got to shake some shit up.
You're not with Derek White.
Derek White should not be an All-Star.
Not even 10.
We could talk.
You could talk him into it. Drew Holiday should not be
No,
here.
I'm not
no.
even acknowledging him. But we could talk. You could talk me into Drew, Derek at 10.
So who do you want to put in here?
I'm blanking on Eastern Conference
Yeah,
guards
fucked.
now.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
mentally
blanking on it. I'm looking at it. Our contestants for guards are Tyler Hero.
Okay, yeah.
That's one of them.
He's only played 16 games, though, so I'm out.
Yes. And another contestant for the guard spot. How many games did LaMelo play?
LaMelo doesn't deserve to be here either.
crying.
But
So
he
we're
was
taking him out.
otherworldly
I
when he
get
was
it.
playing.
Okay.
The guard spot, DeJounte Murray.
No.
No.
No. Garland.
No.
No.
Zach LaVine, no, but I'm just mentioning that name just to get the name out there.
Agenda.
Jordan Poole. There's not much here. I'll keep it.
Yeah, there really isn't much guard. Terry Rozier. Come on.
24-7,
We
Rick.
can add
Cade
him in.
Cunningham.
No, you can talk me into that.
Cade Cunningham.
We could definitely
Cade
talk about
Cunningham,
that.
I think, should be here too. Terry Rozier,
This is the
24
problem.
and
Scotty's
7.
supposed to be on this
He
list.
And
is.
Scotty
Yes.
also needs to be here.
Okay, so you know what we'll do is that for the front court, we'll put in
Joel loves making his
Pascal
own rules, so this
Siakam.
works.
yes. For
Okay,
the
we can add
guards,
Scotty.
we'll add Scotty
So
Barnes.
kick
in
out Drew
here.
Holiday, add Scotty.
So we'll
in there.
go Reese, Dame, Trey, Donovan, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brunson, LaMelo. We'll keep Derek White in. We're keeping Derek
We
White.
got to go Scotty Barnes before Derek White.
So wait,
Okay.
question.
Yes.
The last 3 names are Derek White, Drew Holiday, and who else?
DeMar
DeMar.
DeRozan.
I think we can probably add Darius Garland in.
No. No, we can't.
I don't know.
He's been better
do
than
you even,
DeMar.
do you even believe that?
He's been better than DeMar. I'm not saying he's been an All-Star.
How many games has he played, honestly?
21. Fact check me.
That's still not that much.
Would you put Darius Garland or Cade in the All-Star game?
Cade. Don't think about it too hard.
Well, you don't watch Pistons. You don't watch Cavs, so I have to think.
What
about
do
it
you
'cause
mean?
I watch both.
I have to watch Cade. He's on my
Cade's
fantasy
first
basketball team.
half was nasty. First half of his 30 games was really fucking nasty. The next half, I don't mind. I'll put Cade in. I'm cool, Cade.
Listen, I think
He's been efficient the last few games.
The last, yeah,
Mhm.
but the first half was so nasty. It was really hard to watch.
the first 7 is cool. Drew, DeMar are out to me.
Yes.
I'm putting Scotty Barnes in
Need to
there.
have him here.
And I'm going to go either Tyler Hero or Terry Rozier.
Oh, Lord
I'm
have
going
mercy.
Terry Rozier. He's
Over
averaging
Cade?
24
Over
and 7.
Cade?
He's been better than Cade this year.
So the Hornets get 2 All-Stars. Okay.
Dude, wow.
That's insane.
Man, wow.
The Hornets get 2 All-Stars. LaMelo and Terry. What's that? A top 5
I'm fine
backcourt
with
in the
keeping
league?
Derek. I'm fine with keeping Derek White in here because he's impacted winning a lot.
He's a dog.
So I'm fine with Derek White being in here, but I
the
think
key to
Scotty
Boston.
is in here. Terry Rozier, I know the Hornets are losing, but please just look at
The
what
Hornets
he's
are not
doing.
getting 2 All-Stars. What the fuck are we doing here?
LaMelo. I think Terry Rozier should be over LaMelo
because of
for
games
how
played.
he's played this year. Yeah, and
Not,
games
not how
played.
he's played.
No,
this
no,
year.
you're right.
Games
LaMelo's
played.
been better, but games played.
Okay, you
that
can take
matters.
one of them. They're not both getting in, bro. So one of them has to go.
And then the guards in the West, we have Luka, Curry, SGA, Harden, Kyrie, Edwards, Ja, Fox, Klay Thompson, and Reeves.
So we said we're getting rid of Ja, Clay, and Reeves. We're going to add Devin Booker. We're going to add
Desmond Bain.
Desmond Bain.
We need one more.
And the reason we're not
Jamal Murray.
Jamal
adding
Murray.
Jamal, there it is.
the reason why we took Ja out of here is because of games played.
That's
He's
it.
played less than 10 games. That's why we're taking him out.
He's definitely an all-star level player, just not
Yes,
this year.
no doubt.
It was all NBA.
Correct.
So you're right. I'll go Jamal Murray, Devin Booker, which is the easy home run one, and then Desmond Bain.
I'm with it.
I think those are the 3, and that's our revision to the voting in the West and East. The first fan returns of it. There'll probably be more coming soon. I don't know about you guys, but it feels like the end of an era with these older veteran Western Conference
Talk about
teams. 9 seed the Suns, led by KD and Devin Booker. 10 seed the Lakers, led by LeBron, and 11 seed the Warriors, led by Steph Curry. Maybe
Fuck
these
AD.
standings don't stay the same the entire year. We'll see how that plays out. But we can talk about these teams one-on-one and talk about their issues and we can talk about the Lakers first. Because Drew's been dying to talk about the Lakers. This was the first topic on the topic list. I looked at it, and
that was me.
For the first, no, that was you.
That was me.
Okay, the first topic was the Lakers. So I thought
because I noticed
to talk about it.
Because what I was wondering, I was like, yo, he's been extremely silent since the in-season tournament, like the game. He hasn't spoke about the Lakers too much. Yeah, he keeps saying. And then I looked at the last 10 games. I was like, wait, they've been fucking losing a lot. Yeah,
2-8.
That's why he's been quiet. It might be more than that. But
2 of 8. They've lost 9 of their last 12.
There we go.
Since the in-season tournament,
they've been dog shit.
I think we're 11 and 18.
Are 3 and 9.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll just love
They're
fucking
Mickey
around.
Mouse's. Mickey Mouse. There we go. Mickey Mouse championship.
They thought the season was over after the in-season tournament. Maybe this is a bad thing for teams that win it.
The thing is, I think we're cooling after. We saw what we can do once we obviously come together and play some team basketball.
Beat the Pacers.
Now it's
defense in NBA history.
Your Pacers. And the
They're not my
Pelicans, who are a
Pacers. I'm
respectable
just a
team.
Halliburton fan.
But also at the same time, it's January. Would I like to see our offense play better and not be the 24th ranked offense? For sure. Would I like to see us not be a bottom 4 3-point shooting team? Most definitely. But the thing that people I think are not remembering is that last year we weren't a good 3-point shooting team. We weren't a good offensive team. What was our identity? A defensively sound team. We're a top 10 unit on the defensive side of the basketball. We just have not been scoring the basketball at all. And against the Heat, that was evident. We go, 4 for 30 from 3? It's not ideal. But Darvin Ham also put it this way, and I know a lot of fans didn't like to hear this. We are not a healthy group. We don't have Gabe Vincent. We've lost Rui Hachimura and D'Angelo Russell in the last week. We've been going in and out of lineups. It's been hard to find a consistent lineup. And last year, that was the same issue. We were constantly going through a rotation of lineups, where this year we finally get Vanderbilt back. He's still the same player, great defensively, terrible 3-point shooter. Did you actually get a chance to look at his 3-point percentage so far? In
Vando? I actually have your guys.
It's 7%.
What?
Yeah.
It's 7% from 3, Jared Vanderbilt this season. So the thing was, last year, the lineup that was our bread and butter, it was D'Lo, Reeves, LeBron, Vanderbilt, and AD. They've only played 3 minutes together this season. It's not an ideal situation for the Los Angeles Lakers right now, where Vando becomes hard to play in any situation because you can't stretch the floor with him out there. And then D'Angelo Russell, who has been playing some solid basketball, he's just been up and down, and then, of course, he is injured right now. I just don't want to stress about this too much because, again, we've gone through this. We've been in a situation like this. It is January. We're not halfway through the season yet. We are approaching that, sure, but there's still so much basketball left to be played. And if teams last year showed anything, is that you don't need this insanely high seed at the end of the season to compete at the end of the year. So, yeah, I understand that. Our 3-point shooting needs to get better. I think we will get better at the trade deadline for sure. I just think more than anything, we need to get healthy and be healthy for playoff time. That's the primary focus. So I'm not going to stress about this too much. Yes, we're not playing good basketball right now. I'm not going to be hard-headed to that. But I do think that it is January. We're not halfway through the season yet. Let's stop overreacting to Lakers basketball just because they're not playing the way that you expect them to play. They're an old team. They're preparing for what really matters, and that's the playoffs.
I think what's going to be pretty reoccurring in this conversation that we're going to have is the fact that all 3 of these teams have an abundance of absent players throughout the year. Or
good word.
What the fuck
Well,
are
I
you
just
doing?
saw the look on his face like he was up to no good.
You saw him, he was like having sex with his chair?
Yeah, no, he was wilding.
What the hell are you doing over here, bro?
I'm not doing nothing.
He was over here like, hey, what's up with you, bro?
You were riding? You got a little tickle in your butt?
I was putting my foot back in my shoe.
Oh, so you were showing the fans your feet.
I was just making sure something works down there. And in fact, my feet can touch the floor. Yes, I was making sure. I was curious myself. Somebody wrote it.
That was very confusing.
I was curious myself, so I took my foot out of my shoe and I was like, "Let me see."
Yeah, that was just a little confusing.
Make sure everything's working.
Damn, I was straight cooking with some good words. But all 3 of these teams have had either a star player missing for extended time or just a bunch of nagging injuries to a lot of their rotation players. So I think that's going to be the recurring theme in this conversation. But to talk about the Lakers, I don't think it's the same as last year. I really don't. I think last year, they started off slow, made some trades, towards the deadline, and then they became a better team. I think this year what we're seeing is a team with no real identity on the offensive end. You know, last year they did. This year they didn't. A lot of it is Darvin Ham not being able to adjust, making terrible rotations, and then a lot of it also is a lot of their players cannot shoot the three ball. You know, a lot of their best defenders cannot, you know, shoot the ball. Yes.
In your opinion, what was our identity offensively last year?
I don't really remember.
Because to be honest with you, it's the exact same this year.
I guess
It's
pack the paint.
Defense, lead to transition.
We have to play with pace,
LeBron
which
and
we're
AD.
playing with this season. We're a top 10 in terms of pace. I think right now we're 9th. LeBron and AD pick and roll, and they've been spamming Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
He's been
AD's
awesome.
been cooking.
Also, let's give Riz his touches from time to time. Let's give D'Lo his touches from time to time.
Yeah, but
that's the offense.
You've brought in Vincent to be a three-point shooter.
Injured.
You brought in Prince to be a three-point shooter.
Bad.
And now you're looking at it like you kept Rui, three-point shooter.
Injured.
You put D'Lo to the bench, then you start like it's like Ham doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing. He doesn't seem like
This is a good
he has
point.
control of the locker room. And like I said, a lot of your best defenders like Cam Reddish, Jared, they cannot shoot the three ball.
You're right.
So the fact that they can't shoot the three ball is tough because you want them out there in the floor. You want them out there defending their best players
100%.
on the opposite end. Because when you have those guys in with LeBron and AD, you're one of the best defensive units in the league. But at the same time, you got to sacrifice. And I think the weirdness in Reeves coming off the bench, D'Lo starting, D'Lo come like the him not knowing what he wants to do with his guard rotation is also a funny thing. And I've seen some reports that Darvin Ham might not make it to the end of the year. You know, they're thinking about firing him, and Reeves aren't on the same page. Him and the locker room aren't on the same page, and it's interesting. Darvin Ham definitely makes some questionable calls. He makes some questionable rotations, but at the same time, I'm not too worried about the Lakers because out of all of these teams, I think they can hold their head on one thing, in that they can be a great defensive unit. I think for Phoenix, we don't know. We don't know what they are with that trio. With Golden State, they have lost their identity. So with the Lakers, because they're an elite defensive unit, I think they're one team out of all these 3 teams that can kind of figure it out.
I think I think the other teams you give excuse for injuries, but for the Lakers, it's rotational guys. Like you're playing with Reeves has played 32, LeBron and AD have played 35 games each. So you're looking at Draymond Green, who's been out a ton. Of course, Bradley Beal, Booker missed some time early, but for the
We
Lakers,
can just talk about the Lakers right now.
The Pacers are beating the shit out of Atlanta.
They're beating Atlanta?
Did you see the score?
Look at the fucking score.
Oh, wow. I didn't
30-point
see
game.
it. So that's what the facial expression was.
Trey
about.
Young is 2 for 13.
oh, you're cooked.
Yeah, you're the worst. I'll be honest. Don't put that parlay in, guys.
But talk about the Lakers.
It's
I
an
saw
entry.
for four
sorry.
games in a row, Darvin Ham was starting Taurean Prince, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron, Rui, and Anthony Davis.
Yep.
I understand he wants Austin Reeves to be the 6th man here, but to me, Austin Reeves is your 3rd best offensive player. And when
Definitely.
your offense is struggling this much, I need to see more Austin Reeves out there because you guys defensively have been good. You know, you're still a top 10 ranked defense, 8th or 9th, and like you mentioned, you are playing with pace. So the shooting does worry me, but more than anything, I feel like Darvin Ham is. I don't want to call it like too big of an ego, but I feel like he's kind of fixated on making Austin Reeves this bench player
He is.
who's gonna, run with the second unit. Where I need the scoring and the offense out there quicker in the game because when it comes to first quarters, you guys are one of the worst first quarter teams in the league. You've trailed in 24
Correct.
games after the first quarter. And when you're starting lineups with Jared Vanderbilt in it, and you have some with Vanderbilt, Reddish, Taurean Prince, LeBron, and AD. The spacing there gets really ugly, right? So it's hard for any offense to score, let alone when you're going to have, basically 2 players who can't shoot. And, of course, Anthony Davis isn't a prolific three-point shooter, doesn't take a ton either. LeBron, of course, is kind of your saving grace, shooting damn near 40%. But
Love him.
I'm worried just more so if Darvin Ham can kind of get out of his own way here and start Austin Reeves, because I do think that would have the quickest turnaround, at least offensively. But I agree with Riv that if there's any team out of this 3 that I am least worried about, it would be the Lakers, because with LeBron there, with Anthony Davis, they could dominate games. We have seen AD dominate lately in this 10-game stretch, and you guys are 2-8, which we typically didn't see, at least the back half of last year when he go 16-7 to finish off the season.
Yep.
AD was having those back and forth nights, and when he was on, you guys looked dominant. So this year when he's on, you guys still haven't really been able to compete at the same level. So number 1, I think, would be getting Austin Reeves into the starting lineup. And then, of course, like you guys all mentioned, getting some shooting. But I'm not panicking yet still have the trade deadline, have some movable contracts, and hopefully once Gabe Vincent comes back, because that was kind of your marquee
That
pickup.
was a big move. Yeah.
He could get reacclimated because he could bring some shooting and playmaking.
My brother, the date is January 5th, 2024. We are in a new season. Over a quarter of the NBA season has happened. We still have a long way to go. Hell no, the Lakers aren't only looking to the playoffs right now. They got to figure out their team. This team is different to me than last year. I think this team has less spacing on it. Vando has dropped off even in the limited three-point attempts that he takes.
Team.
It's not the same team.
What's different?
You got Cam Reddish starting in the lineup now.
And last year we had Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder's been
That was about,
awesome for the
but that's
Raptors.
the only difference.
He's been awesome for the Raptors.
I
though.
miss
He's a
him.
much better player
Yes.
than Cam.
But Gabe Vincent was supposed to be that guy, and he has a flaming
played 5 games.
inflamed knee.
Even when Gabe Vincent was out there, he wasn't very good.
11% from 3.
I know.
The Lakers right now, Darvin Ham has used his 10th starting lineup of the year versus the Heat. That was his third one in 3 straight games versus OKC. The starting lineup was LeBron, Taurean Prince, Cam Reddish, Vando, and Anthony Davis. There's clearly no spacing on that lineup. Reddish and Vando are 2 players you can leave open from 3, and you're fine with that shot selection. I think the problem with the Lakers is the same problem they had last year. They don't have any spacing. The defense is always going to be suffocating because you have Anthony Davis there, and they have some good perimeter defenders on the team as well.
For sure.
But I just don't believe you can win a championship with spacing like this. And I know that we probably are just looking to the playoffs with the Lakers, but LeBron James, every season of his career, it's been one goal. It's been to win a championship. If he feels like his roster is not up to par to win a championship, he will be pushing for a move to happen or somebody that is in power to not be in power anymore. Darvin Ham, there's currently reports that there's a disconnect between him and the Lakers locker room. You can see how that's affecting the postgame press conferences with Darvin Ham making the excuse of injuries and continuity after they just got beat by a Miami Heat team who didn't have Jimmy Butler, their best player. Eric Spoelstra doesn't make any excuses when it comes to that stuff. And in the fourth quarter, once the Heat locked into their zone defense, they suffocated the Lakers' offense. And on the other end, I think the Lakers played fine defense. You just had Duncan Robinson shooting from 3 at a really high rate.
Yep.
He got hot late in the game, and he was amazing in the fourth.
Hero 2.
But once teams go into that zone defense and they cut off driving lanes and they're limiting paint touches, then it becomes choppy for the Lakers offense. And I think in this current era, maybe in the past before you've had to have a top defense and a top offense to win, I think now the way the NBA is moving towards, the way it's moving, you can have a top offense and an average defense and still win. I think it's worse if you're the other way around. If you're a top defense and an average offense, I think it's much easier to win now if you're an elite offense and average defense. The Lakers just don't feel like a team that offensively will get it clicking unless they make a major move to add some more spacing, and the lineups have to be better. I mean, 10 different starting lineups. I don't even think all of that is due to injury. A lot of that is just him trying to experiment with what's working. And that means that he really has no idea what's going on or what's working the best if he's just constantly throwing things at the wall. And that's what it feels like to me.
And do you think, because I feel like we're talking more so the internal pieces getting healthy, getting back on the court, because last season, it wasn't until the trade deadline. Once you guys made your moves, brought in multiple pieces, that's when you kind of went on to this run. But I don't know if the same thing is going to happen this season. I don't want to have like revisionist history and go back and be like, oh, you guys overachieved. But it's hard to do that. Like just at the deadline, put these pieces together and go and did it. Like it was impressive you did it. Mm-hmm. But it's hard for that to be, a reason of succeeding back-to-back years.
It's not a normal thing.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'll say to you guys is the same thing that I've been saying. I really don't see the drastic difference between last year's team and this year's team for identity purposes. Offensively, we were not good offensively. Defensively, we were amazing. We were still able to make a run to the WCF.
So what do you
although
think
we
the
did fall
ceiling
short.
is for this team? It's a new year.
It's the same thing. The ceiling, I guess, with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you can hate that I'm going to say it's a championship caliber team. But at the same time, I understand that there are deficiencies on the squad at this current moment in time. But I'll give some criticism. I think we're too focused on being an elite defense that it is hindering our offense, like Joel said. I think we need to make it a point of emphasis to get our best offensive players out there and then use our rotation guys to come and help us on matchups that we need. Because as long as Anthony Davis is going to be on the court, our defense, or at least our front court, should be okay in that regard. The rim protection and all that comes with it. So I want to see, when he's healthy, of course, I want to see D'Lo, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and Anthony Davis. I want us to go in with the mindset, let's come out the gates in this first quarter. Let's get some points on the board. Let's try and actually give ourselves a position where we're not scratching and crawling back to get into these games like we do for a good portion of the games, like Joel had already mentioned. I would like to see that. But at the same time, where we do thrive is on the defensive side of the ball. Would I love if Cam Reddish could shoot average from 3-point, not under or just around 30%? I would love that. If Vanderbilt could find a way to stretch the floor just a little bit, I would love that. But at the same time, I understand what is going to help us win, and it is our defense. And that starts with Anthony Davis. But I'm not going to stress it too much because, again, our identity last year is our identity this year. We don't have Dennis Schroeder, which definitely sucks. We are injured right now at the guard position where Gabe Vincent was supposed to be that replacement. Torian Prince was supposed to come in and be a knockdown shooter for us. He hasn't been that so far. I think that it's still early in the year, and I think that it's fair to give us criticism. I'm not going to say it's not, but just trust that the Lakers, who showed it when they're healthy, they still can play winning basketball.
I think it is different, though, the roster. This year, Gabe Vincent, you signed him to play heavy minutes. He's hurt, but he hasn't been good this year. He's shooting 11% from three.
He's only played 4 or 5 games, whatever it is.
He's
barely played.
He's played
And
11.
He's barely played
games.
any.
Yeah.
Cam Reddish is shooting 29% from three. Torian Prince is shooting 39% from three. He's probably been in a slump as of recently. But I think last year there were more threats with spacing.
Troy Brown.
Malik Beasley. Lonnie Walker.
Malik Beasley was terrible.
Malik Beasley had stretches. But Malik Beasley is also a player that when he gets hot, he's hitting at a high rate.
In the playoffs, he was terrible for the Lakers.
He was.
Okay. Lonnie Walker would be a nice addition to the
But I'm not
squad.
talking about the playoffs right now. I'm talking about just the regular season. Because there's you made the run in the regular season to get into the playoffs after the All-Star break.
But we understand the Lakers are a playoff team. Like, that's the ultimate.
And I think this year you have a worse chance in the playoffs than last year.
I got to get there first.
The West is so nuts, too.
It is nuts, but again, you think that we're not going to make it as long as we're healthy? Like, LeBron James and Anthony Davis won't allow that. The way that Anthony Davis is playing, this is some of the best ball we've seen him play.
All I'm saying is that Malik Beasley last year shot 35% from three with the Lakers.
It's mid.
It's still better than Cam Reddish is giving you and whatever Vando's giving you. And whatever.
But Vando was a
Gabe
huge
Vincent
part to us playing great basketball last year.
He was, and then teams figured out that, we don't have to guard him. So then
that was only in the playoffs.
I'm saying the Nuggets series.
Yeah, that's translated to the regular season now. So now you have to deal with that problem all the time. Lonnie Walker shot 36% from three last year, and he's playing well on the Nets. He's actually playing a pretty pivotal
But in
role.
the regular season, he got benched.
He did get benched.
He
Darvin
lost
did
his
bench
minutes
him.
a lot.
I agree with you. Troy Brown Jr. shot 38% from three with the Lakers.
I actually miss Troy.
And
he's getting no burn.
He's getting no burn. He's played well in the games that he has been in with Minnesota. He's closed out some games and has been good for them. You just had more spacing, and it wasn't much. It wasn't an upgrade, but it's like, are you trading? Would you rather have the shooting of Troy Brown Jr. or the streakiness of Malik Beasley or Lonnie Walker than Cam Reddish minutes? I think Cam Reddish has been an awesome defender, but they're just not guarding him. And around LeBron, you need people who are at least a threat to shoot, and they guard them.
And it is funny, and I feel like a lot of the points you made, Joel, are spot on. LeBron has been our best three-point shooter this year. Mm-hmm. That hasn't happened almost at all in LeBron James's career. So I definitely would like to see us be a better three-point shooting team. That's been a bread and butter for almost all team success in the modern NBA. To be 27th, it's not going to translate in the regular season to winning basketball. But I'm still staying optimistic. It's still way too early for me to really hit the panic button. Last year, we were in a well worse position. So it is what it is where we currently stand right now. We're still a great defensive team. Offensively, we have to figure it out, but I think it starts with getting healthy.
It feels good not to be one of these teams up here, but should we talk about Riv, your Warriors next, or Joel, maybe your Phoenix Suns? I know it's been a while since
My God.
Oh, we can talk about the Warriors
but-
next.
Okay.
They're the worst seed out of all these three teams right now, so we'll
They
talk
also
about
have
them next.
they have the least amount of talent. So
I was gonna say I thought you were gonna be honest and say they're the worst team of the three.
what?
The Golden State Warriors are the worst team.
I
of the
just
three.
said that, right?
Well, no, I thought you said they have the least talent. I don't know if that just
That's the
necessarily.
same thing.
It's the same
currently.
thing.
All right.
For sure. I mean, Phoenix has 3 stars and still can't figure it
They're
out.
hurt. They've been hurt.
Okay.
Bradley Beal was hurt, and now
Good.
KD's not playing.
Well,
Devin
KD and
Booker
Booker
and
played
KD
a
for
good amount of games
yeah.
together.
and it was winning. They went on a win streak
They
They
together.
were just a game. They were a game behind.
They
with
went
those
on a
two.
win streak
They
together.
were just a game behind Golden
Yeah, they
State
had to
3,
catch
4
up.
days ago.
They had to catch
with
up.
those two being.
They
down
went on a
there.
win streak like the 3rd week, 4th week of the season, where they won like 7
But they've been
games in a
shit.
row.
I don't know why we're trying to stretch here. They haven't been good. But
The
yeah,
role players that were supposed to be good. Go ahead, cook, Mr.
we
Foreign.
can talk about the Warriors because this is easy for me because I said they were ass 2 months ago. So this is not this is nothing new for me. I think more than anything, the fan base is getting frustrated with just the lack of accountability from Steve Kerr. I think as you'd win 4 NBA championships. You've played with the greatest players in this generation. You'd think you'd learn a thing or two. You've played with Michael Jordan. You've learned under Phil Jackson. You would think accountability would be something. And I think it's interesting. I know.
What?
Nod your head.
What are you talking about?
And I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just saw you
No,
nod
I'm
your
looking
head.
at the Suns. They went on a 7-game win
That's
streak.
what I said.
Yeah, in the month of November 15th
It's
to
January.
November
The
26th.
3rd, 4th week of the season.
That was when KD and Booker were playing together. though.
yes.
And then, as of recently,
Who'd
until
they beat, out of curiosity? Sorry.
okay, I'll tell you, the Jazz twice, the Blazers, Golden State, Memphis, and New York,
Oh,
Oh,
God.
and they
my
beat
God.
Minnesota, and they blew out
Oh.
Minnesota.
Okay.
Actually,
Minnesota's
Yeah.
Played
valid.
that Minnesota
Makes
game.
everybody played.
Okay.
Yeah, they blew them out. The game was over like before halftime. And then, as of recently, they went on a 4-game win streak before they lost to the Clippers. They beat the Rockets, the Hornets, the Magic, and the Blazers. The Magic and the Rockets are some good wins.
That was- the Rockets on the
in
road?
Houston. It was in Houston.
That's a good win.
It's
then.
in
If
Houston.
it's on the
That's a good
road,
win. That's a
that's
fact.
not a good win.
Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors. Steph's playing great. Clay found his rhythm a little bit, but still defensively, situational basketball, rotations in key minutes. I know like the numbers favor Chris Paul in those lineups, but I'm telling you, watching those games in certain situations, Steph and Chris Paul is not the ideal lineup you want in certain situations. It can work at times, but Kerr has to understand. I understand riding with your guys. I really do. I understand sometimes you want to go out with the guys you came with. But at the same time, if you see the young players playing better, if you see the young players bringing more energy, why not let them finish the game? Why not let them continue that? I don't think the Warriors are good as currently constructed. I've seen, them in Siakam talks, Zach LaVine talks. I guess those are moves that'll keep you in the playoff hunt, like keep you gunning for a playoff spot. But
Siakam would be awesome.
it'll be cool. Like it definitely, I don't think it'd make you a contender, but it definitely makes you a
I don't
playoff
think any
team.
move does.
Yeah, and I think if you want to salvage what you can from a great Steph year, you want to be a championship team, and I just think that's not that's not a close goal, especially with Draymond out the lineup. You don't know how he's gonna come back, So this team right now is just in a bad funk. Steve Kerr is not playing up to the level of competition he should be playing as a coach, and you mismanaged the draft. You've mismanaged the stock you've put in your young players as your top 10 picks.
Definitely.
Like, there's just no way about it. You've mismanaged Kuminga. You've mismanaged Moses Moody. You've done great with Brandon and Trace
Jackson
Trace
Davis.
Jackson. Jesus Christ. You've done great with those two guys, which is ironic because they weren't lottery picks. So something must be a little fishy with who you like and who you don't like. But you've done great with those two guys. But for some reason, the young dudes you just not really bobbing to, which is fucked up because I love those guys for sure. But
Shit,
Steve
I'll
Kerr,
take
man,
Moody.
I would love Kuminga. He fits into that TPE.
bro, he's a beast, man. But Steve Kerr, man, the fan base wants Steve Kerr's head. I don't know if they'll figure it out in time. They're like 2 games out of the play-in spot, so being a play-in spot is cool for you. Keep the roster.
What if Kuminga went to the Celtics?
You wouldn't play, or he'd be off the bench.
What would be a
You would
Celtic fan?
get you'd have nothing to trade. The Warriors.
No, we have picks.
We
they don't
need
need
a
that
match
right
or money. We don't have any money.
Let
bro.
me ask you a question, Riv.
TPE and picks. We don't. That's all we got.
Let me ask you.
Yo, talk to me.
Last night, with Kuminga getting pulled,
I
even
fell
though-
asleep in the third.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know if you got a chance to watch
I
the
did.
game
I
back.
did.
Okay, I figured that. If you watch early on, Kuminga's defensive effort wasn't great.
What, his effort, or he was just getting beat?
A little
His
bit of
effort is always great on the defensive end.
A little bit of both. So, what is the main reason Kuminga is being pulled the way that he is?
Well,
Because
he got
scoring the
pulled-
basketball, I saw him make some smart plays. He had a chance to take a wide open three, decided against it,
He
drove to the cup.
He got pulled after an and one on Jamal Murray. So I don't know because he said it in a post game. They don't really tell him why he gets pulled. They don't tell him what he does wrong. They just pull him. So he never really knows. The thing about the defensive effort is, well, if Wiggins isn't playing good defense and Kuminga's out there, you just got to fucking live with it at that point. Because one thing I've seen about Kuminga, he gives the effort. He's just either he's too aggressive or his IQ isn't there. But every night he gives a defensive effort.
Yep.
Like the effort is there every single night. He just has to work on the kinks and the niches of defense. But offensively, he was getting to the rim. We needed to get to the rim.
Definitely.
The jumpers weren't falling. He was pretty much abusing any little matchup he had. Why not ride with him? Why not try a different lineup when you're down, when you basically just blew an 18-point lead with 4 minutes left? You try to sub in Davis. You got Looney in there. Now you got Chris Paul and Steph in there. Aaron Gordon is literally abusing your lineups. And the only athletic body you have to bang with him is Kuminga. You don't try him out. It's just stubbornness.
Of the lineups that have over 100 possessions or more, your best lineup is Steph Curry, Chris Paul, Klay Thompson, Jonathan Kuminga, and Kevon Looney when it comes to point
And that wasn't the
differential.
lineup he played in the clutch?
It was not. It was not at all. So that's where offensively it's your best lineup, where you guys are still a top. If I'm not mistaken, you guys are number 12 offensive rating. I could be wrong on that. I know you're in that vicinity. And then defensively, it's not like you guys are this terrible of a unit. I mean, it's not the best as opposed to your other lineups when it comes to obviously Wiggins being in there as opposed to Jonathan Kuminga, because Wiggins is a better defensive player than he is. But offensively, I mean, why would you just shy away from that?
That lineup?
Yes.
Listen, I don't know why Kerr does what he does. I don't know. He never gives it. He just says the same shit. We have a lot of guys that are in minutes, and it's just tough to figure out these players. And that's the same thing you get every night. It's just he doesn't really give a definitive. I think the main issue is, and somebody said this on Twitter, it was probably a good one. You have a bunch of players that are around the same level, so it's hard to really find out who deserves minutes and who doesn't. And when Steph is playing bad, or when Steph is playing good, but Klay's not being there, and Wiggins, that's the problem. Klay and Wiggins haven't been the consistent guys. If they were the backbones to Steph, then it would be a lot easier to figure out who's going to be who. Because the reason why you can't play Wiggins and Kuminga together is because they both can't shoot right now. And if Wiggins was able to shoot like he could be, then it makes the lineup more adjustable, more easy. But since he can't shoot and Kuminga can't shoot, you're forced to slot them at the 4 and stuff like that. So it's
Points
not
per possession is drastic from Kuminga.
It's not all Kerr
and
fault,
Wiggins.
but at the same time, he's doing a lot of rookie shit that he shouldn't be doing.
Wiggins hasn't been able to shoot in a while now. I don't think that's just going to come back overnight. I think he's just not a good shooter right now. And it all goes back to his shoulder injury that he suffered last year. The biggest headline with the Warriors right now is that Jonathan Kuminga didn't request a trade. He just went to a reporter and said that he doesn't have full faith in Steve Kerr unlocking his potential. The article from Shams and also Anthony Slater was also on the report, is that Warriors forward Jonathan Kuminga has lost faith in Steve Kerr and no longer believes that Kerr will allow him to reach his full potential, sources say. The quote that Riv mentioned, "Sometimes I come out the game not knowing what I did," Kuminga said, "and that messes with my head. It's like what they want me to do, I can pass and I can do different stuff." And Moses Moody's camp is also frustrated with his role in Golden State, per Jay Dumas reports. So with these young players, there is growing frustration. Though I don't think Steve Kerr has handled the minute distribution of Kuminga or Moody all that well the entire season, I'll start off with Moody. I would be pissed off if I was Moses Moody. And I'd be pissed off because he hasn't been given a consistent opportunity, and when he has, he's played well most of the time. But it feels like Brandon Podziemski came out of nowhere and is now a staple of their lineup when Moody has been there for a while now. If I was Moody, I'm thinking, how is this rookie playing instantly and always playing and always getting leeway, but I can't get consistent time and we play the same position and I've been here longer. So I can understand Moody being frustrated. I think AirPods is just a better player. I think he makes winning plays on a defensive end. I think Moody is bigger than him, so he's able to guard better. But Podziemski creates more advantages offensively as a playmaker, and he can shoot better as of right now. With Kuminga, he did have an and one, and then he got taken out the game. I wouldn't say pulled because I don't think he did anything wrong. I just think Steve Kerr was going to rest Kuminga until the start of the fourth quarter and then let him play. But if you guys remember that game, Kuminga was subbed out when they were down 86-84. Yeah. Then the Warriors went on a third quarter run. They kept it up in the fourth, and with little than 7 minutes left, they were up 123-105, 18-point lead. So I think Kerr did have the intention of subbing in Kuminga, but he saw the major run they just went on, and they said, well, I'm going to ride this lineup. Then the lead
lineup that blew the lead.
Yes, then the lead evaporated like that, which is unfortunate because this win could have been a momentum changer for the Warriors season in a positive direction. Instead, it went the negative way. So then the lineup blew the lead. You know, he subs out Kevon Looney, Trace Jackson-Davis goes in there, and I thought he gave them some solid minutes. The defensive lapses were apparent. They were leaving Peyton Watson open, Aaron Gordon open from three at times, which, I mean, if you're the Warriors defense, you're going to live with that lineup to help out on the pick and roll of Jokic and Murray. So I'm not too mad at that. I really think it's just the offensive sluggishness. If you're telling me that you'd rather have Kuminga over Wiggins in that moment, I agree with you. But I think Steph Curry should have stayed, of course. Chris Paul should have stayed. AirPods is playing really well. He should have stayed. And then Trace Jackson-Davis was all right.
That's not a good lineup.
It's not a good lineup, but it was the best lineup. So I think if anything, you're taking out Wiggins for Kuminga because in lineups they've been in together, they're minus 66. So they haven't been a positive duo when they're in the lineup together as a combination. So I think Steve Kerr he saw this group build up the lead, and even though they blew it, he was waiting on them to figure it out because he didn't feel like the wing position, the perimeter defense was the one that blew the lead. It was just Jokic bullying inside. And with all respect to Kuminga, regardless if it's Wiggins or it's Kuminga guarding Jokic or Aaron Gordon down there, it was still going to be a mismatch. So I think Kerr just rolled out with the lineup.
Dude, I think Aaron Gordon had like 14 points in the fourth. You just named something of a rookie coach would do. That's a rookie coach mistake. You ride with the lineup that just blew an 18-point lead, and then you make minor adjustments at the center position, and then you keep three guards in when they have Peyton Watson, who's 6'8", Aaron Gordon, who's 6'8", and the Joker in. You don't, I get the numbers favorite, but sometimes numbers lie, and you don't play a three-guard lineup in that type of moment against a big team like Denver. The three-guard lineup is probably the worst shit I've seen all year because you're running these three-guard lineups with two guards who, let's be honest, are not defenders, Chris Paul and Steph. Chris Paul's old as shit. Steph is old as shit. They're not defenders. And you're running those lineups against teams that are big, strong, physical. That just doesn't work.
You're going to be small regardless. Kuminga gives you more size, but you're going to be small regardless. The Warriors right now don't have the luxury where they can play versatile lineups because you're going to have to give and take one thing. If you don't have Kuminga or Wiggins, if you have Kuminga and Wiggins in the game at the same time, hypothetically, it's better defensively. But like you just mentioned, Andrew Wiggins cannot shoot. Jonathan Kuminga cannot shoot. Kuminga in the game was very aggressive as a slasher, and he was awesome in transition. He drew a bunch of fouls, but he was passing up open threes to drive to the basket.
Good.
That's a good idea.
That's a good thing. But in the fourth quarter, when you need offensive spacing, Kuminga and Wiggins are not going to be a better line.
What do you want to do? Keep shooting bricks? You have to.
I would say the offensive lineup wasn't working.
18-point lead, you just blew it. You have to get to the line, slow the clock down, figure out your offense, figure out your defense, get them into foul trouble. That's what and even if it wasn't the three-guard lineup, Steph, Pods, Clay, Kuminga, something else try. You have to just try something else. This three small guard lineup, this shit is tough.
I thought you got good looks though. You know, Steph Curry smoked a layup when he drove past KCP. Sure. Steph had a pump fake that he got Peyton Watson on that led to an open three. Steph missed it. The bad shots was the prayer against Aaron Gordon that he just threw up, and then AirPods getting blocked by Aaron Gordon as well. But for the most part, they were getting some offensive looks.
Aaron Gordon was destroying.
That's why I think that's why you're the most concerned because of course Jokic was doing his thing down the stretch, but it was Aaron Gordon just being able down low really bullying y'all. And I don't know. I do think that it is a bit worrisome that Steve Kerr. It's become he
bullied the Heat in the finals too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Aaron Gordon can get his.
Swept the Lakers. I don't know what he's doing.
But Aaron Gordon,
come on.
Aaron Gordon. I know in the fourth quarter that was his big shining moment, but he was also great in the first quarter.
He dropped 30.
He had 30 points.
Game all season. He had 21 before.
Even in the first quarter when Kuminga was in the game, Aaron Gordon was still abusing those small matches.
You gotta
can't let Aaron Gordon go out there.
You got to try something else. Like I get you want to ride with because you want as much playmaking as much. I don't know why he's laughing.
So who are you taking out? So question in that moment last night in the fourth, who are you taking out the lineup? Are you taking Klay out the lineup?
I'm taking Chris Paul out the lineup.
Okay. Chris Paul out the lineup.
Yes.
He's the guy who in every lineup they're the most positive.
I promise you, I know, listen, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Fuck the numbers.
I know the numbers favor Chris Paul. I really do. And I understand that. I'm telling you, bro, the numbers are not what they are.
So you're bringing in, for what it's worth.
Chris Paul is literally Tyus Jones right now.
Well, that's fine. That's a pretty
dub.
good player. Yeah.
No, that's what he is. Those numbers, I'm telling you, it's not what you think it is.
Chris
They're not
Paul,
plus 17 better than a lot of teams
Chris
with
Paul
that lineup.
in the starting lineup is shooting 50% from three.
Congrats.
Let's just say that. So you take out Chris Paul, you get more size defensively, even though most of the defensive lapses came off of rotations and open three-point shots.
For sure.
They gave up three-point shots to Payne Watson and Aaron Gordon, something that you're going to live with. Offensively, now your spacing becomes much worse.
With Pods?
With Kuminga in the lineup instead of Chris Paul.
I understand what you're saying, but the spacing was great and we blew an 18-point lead. You have to try something. I understand the spacing was there, but if the spacing is still not helping you out and you're blowing an 18-point lead, as a veteran coach, you have to adjust. You cannot sit there and leave virtually the same thing out there for the whole time that yes, they got the lead. And then what they did, they blew the lead and said,
my thing is your small regard.
Joel, this hasn't happened. This is not the first time this has happened.
I was going to say your defense has just been bad all year long.
Yeah, but this is not the first time.
Kuminga's not going to fix that.
We blew leads with Draymond. This isn't just this has happened over the same span.
I mean, you're blowing leads with Draymond, but with Draymond, you have a defense rating of 114.5 without its 120.
You're still blowing.
So
leads
you're about 5.5 points worse without Draymond out there. So
but I'm saying we blown leads. Defensive on the defensive end.
I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but I'm just saying that.
But does that make it okay?
Nobody said it made it okay.
But so. What's the point of saying that though?
That we've blown leads all year.
Yeah, but like this one,
because you said our defense has been bad, but it's regardless of who's been in the lineup, we've been blowing leads.
I just want to make it clear. I think Kuminga should play more. I'm not saying he shouldn't.
There's
play
just
more.
no right lineup for the Warriors. Is essentially that statement.
It's not. No, you're misinterpreting what I'm saying.
I just think because you guys lost.
I'm interested. Can you just let me know what you mean?
You have to adjust. It's as simple as that. You can't.
So what's the lineup that you would send?
I don't know a specific lineup that would work, but I know if you have the same lineup in when you're up 18, and then that lineup blows the lead,
make a change.
Make a change. Call a time. Make a change.
2 timeouts.
Yeah, make a change. Call a timeout. Rally the boys. Get somebody. Tell them get to the rim. You have to start doing things to adjust. You cannot sit there as a veteran coach with 4 NBA championships and let that happen. That's all I'm saying. Whether it be Kuminga, whether it be Moody, whether it just be, I'm not asking I'm just saying for anybody, you have to make an adjustment. There's no reason why he was probably our fourth best offensive player and he only seen 18 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's just a total game thing. But at the same time, he's been doing this all year where and he said it, he rolled with his veterans and sometimes he's ride with the guys for too long and he rides with those small lineups.
Sometimes for sure.
I think you're right.
And Curry down the stretch needs to make plays. Down this game specifically.
Yeah.
He needs to make plays.
If he did, you guys win the game.
Yeah,
because
Curry,
that turnover was terrible.
Curry gets blamed for sure.
Because they tie the game up. You still have more than enough time to draw up a good play. It always ends up being Steph Curry in isolation.
You should just do it.
And I hate to say this, how often does it lead to something positive?
Wait, what?
Down the stretch of the game, how often does that lead to something positive?
Curry isolations.
Oh, like you talk about the buzzer beaters?
That's it. No, just
not
in the
buzzer
last
beaters,
seconds of the
in
game.
The clutch,
in the clutch,
he's
last
been
3 minutes.
one of the most efficient scorers in the clutch this year. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about that's
So
true.
I'm
Don't
like,
talk
what
to
are
me.
we doing? Like,
that's not what I'm saying.
talking about. Then
yeah, are we talking about? That's what I'm saying. Are you just talking about buzzer beaters or in the clutch?
In the
I'm
last
just translating what
in
Drew
like the
means.
last possession of the game.
So yeah, buzzer
because
beaters.
you know what's happening.
Oh yeah, he hasn't been good at buzzer beaters. No, I don't know.
I still want the ball in Steph Curry's hands.
No, of course.
He just I don't know why he does.
It's a lot of dribbling, trying to make something happen. Oh, I don't have anything. Pass. oh shit, turnover, it is what it is.
That was a bad pass.
That was a bad pass.
Because
Steph
it was
Curry
tie game.
Trying to make a skip pass from the left wing all the way to the corner.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, for all of the season,
Mind you,
every
Chris Paul
single
shoots
time
50% from the 3. They double teamed off him.
They always double team
No,
Steph
yeah,
though. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
You
who's
live
out
with
there.
it. I don't
Put
care about the 50%.
Put Kuminga out there. He get it.
He's still going. He's still going double. You know what I'm saying? It
Bro,
don't
dunk
matter.
that shit, man.
It's like you usually run Steph Curry off screens. He's an off-ball king. You're able to
Not
still.
in the clutch.
But why not?
Because you want a mismatch. You get a screen, get a mismatch, get a big. Go.
I didn't feel like that was really working this game. I thought that they
He
really
had
doubled
Joker.
it
He
up
should have went.
well.
He waited a little bit too long. Double team came.
And then he threw a fucking
He
left-handed
should
skip
just easily
pass.
threw it to Chris Paul. Didn't throw it to Chris Paul. CTE moment. It happens every game.
But this is the thing. It's like, for the majority of the season, you can put the most blame on Steve Kerr, right? But I think for this individual game, I don't know if Steve Kerr subbing in Kuminga for Chris Paul was the victory sealer. I think the victory sealer was Curry playing well down the stretch. Like this game, I think if Curry plays well, y'all don't blow the lead. Y'all win the game.
I think I disagree.
But the lineup without Kuminga is the reason why you were in the position in the first place.
You're thinking it's a Kuminga thing. The issue with why people are upset at Kerr is he doesn't make an adjustment. That's the problem. He makes little to no adjustments as a veteran coach. That's the main issue. Could Curry play better down the stretch? Absolutely. He gets 100% blame.
You think Curry playing better had more? Curry playing bad down the stretch had more to do with the loss than Kerr subbing in Kuminga.
No. I think blowing an 18-point lead, you look at the players first, of course. But him not making an adjustment has just gone on what's been going on for about 30 games now. He just continues to not adjust, continues to not put on that veteran coach hat, and continues to say the same shit.
We're going to talk about the Suns next. We've been talking about these veteran teams in the West that have been struggling. First was the Lakers. I think their biggest problem is spacing right now.
Mm-hmm.
With the Warriors,
Size.
I think
It's not even
that's
size,
the biggest
though.
problem. But, when you look at problems, you got to look at the root. And I think the root of this problem is drafting and developing. Because I think you miss with Wiseman blatantly. And people say that you wouldn't have taken Halliburton that high anyway. Okay, whatever. But there was always the option to trade back in the draft.
What year was Hallie?
2020.
You just should have
With
taken
Wiseman.
LaMelo.
Yeah, you don't trade.
LaMelo
You just
would've
take
fixed
LaMelo.
You just shouldn't have thought about
It's
it too
hindsight,
hard.
though. People like the Wiseman.
Even if it's LaMelo or you get Onyeka, it doesn't matter. There
It's
was a
LaMelo.
better
You're
option.
reaching. You're reaching.
LaMelo.
You're reaching.
You should have just
Trade
taken
back for Hallie.
LaMelo.
You're reaching it. It's LaMelo.
Well, because yes, revisionist history tells us it's LaMelo at that spot or Halliburton.
Even in that moment where I wasn't as near smart as I am now when it comes to basketball, it was just a no-brainer. LaMelo Ball.
But in that moment, the Warriors were looking for a big man. So it was between really Wiseman and
that was also
Onyeka.
when Klay Thompson had gotten injured.
But he was going to come back.
Yeah.
But he still was getting older.
That was just the one ACL.
That was very much a draft that they were trying to go more for fit. So I think even Patrick Williams, Onyeka, those are all players that would have been better for this team. But Wiseman is the one blatant miss. I'm not sure if developing would have done him justice or if he would have became great. I don't know. I really don't think so. I just think that's a blatant miss. But with how they've handled Kuminga, I think that's development. Moses Moody, that's development. And revisionist history would show us that Kuminga drafted one spot ahead of Franz Wagner, who you would think is the perfect plug-and-play, ready-now player for the Warriors. They didn't draft Franz. And they drafted Moses Moody over Alperen Şengün. Alperen Şengün was drafted with the 16th pick, just 2 picks after Moody. And at the time, you probably don't look at it that way if you're the Warriors, but it's not often that a team with multiple All-Stars and future Hall of Fame players have constant top picks in the draft where they can draft a blue-chip prospect to set up their future as well. And the Warriors missing on these picks is really the biggest culprit of why they are where they are now. You look at other past star players that have been on franchises late in their career, usually they don't win a championship because their team doesn't have draft capital. They are strapped with their current roster. They can't make moves, and they don't have money to sign players in free agency. But the Warriors had all the advantages in the world. They had the advantage of the draft, and they just miss. And I think that's the biggest reason why they're in this position. Had they hit on the picks, I think we're looking at the Warriors totally different.
You think they would have developed Wagner? Think he'd have played the first year?
I think Wagner would have played instantly.
I was thinking
Think
the
so?
same thing about Onyeka.
I don't know. He's not that great of a
If you're
shooter.
going to draft
Yeah,
Onyeka, is he going to get
I
developed
think
or
it's
poorly
easy.
developed the same way
Yeah,
as
I think it's
Wiseman was?
easy for Golden State to say revisionist history, but I think the only player that probably you would say that for is for like getting LaMelo. Like, I
LaMelo.
think
Yeah.
I don't
He
know
was
if
just so
Wagner
damn
plays.
good.
Sengun
here.
probably would
Maybe.
still
no
be
one was
good.
taking fucking Sengun.
Yeah, I don't even know if he definitively plays. You
I
know,
don't
reason
think,
why
I don't know if he
Franz-
becomes the guy he is today right now.
The reason I say Franz knows because he's not that good of a shooter, and then that's
And
really.
the Wiggins, we just got Wiggins.
And a big reason why Franz has been able to develop is because he still gets to have the ball in his hands with the
What is
Orlando
Franz
Magic
shooting
team.
this year?
28%.
What did he shoot his rookie year though? I think it was 36% from three his rookie year.
I don't know.
His
off
rookie
the
year, he
top
got
of my
minutes.
Well,
head.
I know right now, like Franz might be struggling from three, but out of college, Franz was a solid 3-point shooter. He was a good ball handler.
Rookie season 35.4.
That's exactly where he was in college too.
Last year 36, and then this year an almost 8-point fall off.
So I don't know if I'm gonna judge what this year has been off of Franz as just a terrible shooter.
I'm
I
not
think
calling him a
Franz
terrible
minutes he
shooter. I'm
played
just
his
saying he's
rookie
not a
year?
good one.
play like 30.
He played 30 minutes.
Hmm.
I don't know if he was getting 15.
But I do think that he was
That's what I mean. With you guys, it would have been hard.
a more developed player than Kuminga day
He
one.
was, but even then, you had Wiggins who was gonna start, and then you had all the veterans off the bench. Like he probably would have played a good amount, but I think if I remember correctly, only Poole was getting 25 minutes off the bench at that time.
But then you look at the Moody pick. I'll print Şengün when I'm not mad at. But I mean, like you guys are alluding to, the second overall pick. If you take LaMelo, there's a reality where Steph and LaMelo start and Klay comes off the bench, and he's your sixth man. And I think
Would there
Klay
have been a
would take
better
that role.
connector than LaMelo in that
Or
system?
Clay plays a three. I don't know why you always.
Clay
like to
would,
put
I don't
him
know
on
if
the
Clay
bench.
would have came off.
He's
the
been
bench.
trying to throw him on the
He's
bench.
been trying to get him on the
man.
bench for some
Yeah,
time.
Clay
Didn't
is not going on
Draymond try
the
to set you straight there?
Yeah,
I was
maybe
right.
Clay plays. You know, he could play.
He's
the
not
three.
going on the bench. I think it's the timing of all this is weird though. With
They won a
Kuminga and Moody
championship with him,
back to back days. The Moody report kind of got swept under the rug. Like that came out yesterday.
Because Kuminga
And I
shit was
feel
more
like
louder.
exactly, but
Yeah.
because Kuminga went to Shams, right? He was the one who
I
reported
think
it.
they had like an interview or some shit like that.
I don't know.
I seen a
It's-
picture of them together.
Sometimes you see like a trade
was
request,
post-game.
but that felt very straight. Like this is how I feel about my current position. I'm not saying I want to leave. No one's saying I want to trade, but I'm not going to be able to flourish here. He's kind of course, insinuating it, but losing Kuminga would hurt, man. I don't think that's the. I know you guys want to make a move, but Kuminga's been really solid. I know you're a big Kuminga. I don't got to tell you that, but I know everyone wants Pascal and all these other dudes, but I just like Joel. You said that I think at the beginning of this topic. I don't know if there's a move out there for the Warriors that puts them just finals contention. They're back. There just feels like there's too many, not just on the basketball problems, but locker room problems, kind of culture problems too.
Pascal wouldn't be an elite ad.
Who's going?
This is also with the idea that we have reports Draymond starting to ramp back up.
No, I'm saying who
He could be
goes?
as soon.
Kuminga.
Probably
You
Kuminga and
cannot
Wiggins.
No.
So starters of Draymond, Pascal, Wiggins, Klay, and Steph.
That's gross.
Say that one more time.
A starting lineup of Draymond, Pascal, Siakam, Wiggins, Klay Thompson, and Steph.
No, Wiggins is gone.
Okay, so
I
who
think,
starts?
I think you have to
It
keep
would be
one.
it would be Steph, Clay. It would be that
Pascal,
three.
Dre- yeah,
Pascal, Dre, Looney, not great.
that's not.
I'm
that's
trading.
not it.
No. I'm trading Chris Paul, Kuminga, and Moody. I'm not trading Andrew Wiggins.
Okay.
Brandon is the point guard off the bench. Like he's
No, AirPod. I
He
think
got it. He
He's the
definitely
point
got it.
guard off the bench. I'm trying my best to get Chris Paul in that deal to get him. You cannot.
the books.
Yeah, for sure.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Once Steph retires, you're not supporting Golden State.
No, I'll still be here.
Okay.
Why do you have to ask him that?
No, because I saw this tweet earlier today. It's like, I wonder how Warriors fans are going to be after the post-Steph era.
I'll still
And
be
I
here.
thought it was an interesting question.
I'll still be here. I'll lock in.
You're
You
gonna
don't
lock
have
him.
to. You're only a Warriors
I
fan
want to.
because of Steph. I
No,
want
to.
I respect
I
that.
want to lock in.
1 out of 10, how much do we believe that he's going to lock in once Steph leaves?
4.
I was gonna say 5. I'm 50.
I've watched me go through mud with some players.
I know.
And
But
you
I
gave
just
me a
don't know
four.
if
But
you,
once the
I don't know if
players
you
are gone,
love
that's
anyone
it.
outside of Steph, like really
PG.
love.
He loves PG.
You know what I'm saying on the Warriors.
Oh no.
I
You're
love
talk-
pods.
Okay.
Oh, so
okay.
that's your guy
new.
now. I say that
He just
you,
got here.
I understand that, but I've
What
only
the fuck you mean it's
love
new? He just
Pod. This is
got
the first
here.
time I ever heard you say you love
When do we
this
talk about the
man.
Warriors?
You're a Warriors
okay,
guy.
we talk about them at least once a month.
Yeah, that's it. But we talk about how bad they are. We don't talk about nothing good.
You can bring up Brandon at any time.
You love them.
I always text Frank. I love pods. We're the Warriors guys. I talk
Which
to Frank
hey,
about it.
this statement's obvious. You love them when they're playing well. Do you still love Wiggins?
No, he's playing
That
like
was his
shit.
fucking dude. That was his
You have a
fucking
Wiggins
man.
jersey.
Fucking 2 years
Wiggins
ago.
is the greatest. He got me
That
a
2022
championship.
season will always be
It was a
remembered in my
movie,
heart.
Make
which
him
is
have
why
to,
I would always fuck with him if I'm you.
But I still watch the Warriors.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah,
don't.
I still get on.
But you don't get out for Wiggins. You get out
That's
for
what I'm
Steph.
I
saying.
get on for the Warriors. I watch for the Warriors.
For Steph. With all due- there's nothing wrong with
because when
that.
Steph not playing, I watch. There's certain teams when the Clippers, for example, if Paul George doesn't play, I'm not watching that shit. There's no way I'm watching it. So, but the Warriors, if Steph doesn't play, I still watch them play.
So you're more of a Warriors fan than a Bulls fan at this point in time.
No, I watch
Prime.
Chicago.
Like Kevin Love in that 2016 run, like he wasn't the Kevin Love we were expecting. He gave me one play
Of course, you guys.
that I'll love him forever.
You guys, made him third option.
We did make him a third option, but he wasn't the expectation of what we were anticipating. But he still gave me one play, and for that one play, I'll cherish him for the rest of my life. That should be the same way that you should be with Wiggins. He
cherish
locked up Tatum for essentially an entire series.
And I'm supposed to just be like, yeah, that shit is sweet. You can play like shit. No, I'm gonna tell you play
No,
like
you
shit.
can say that you can still say you play like shit, but you still got to say, yo, this is one of my
I
men.
don't have time to acknowledge that.
I
right
didn't
now.
know Brandon was going to be the reason you
Correct.
were going to stay in Golden
No,
State.
I was just saying I love Brandon. No, because you said there's nobody I like there. I said I love Brandon, but I'm still gonna be a Warriors fan.
good statement. That's a good statement. AirPods the franchise.
He
Pajemski.
can love Reeves and I can't love Brandon.
I'm not saying that.
They're like what? Like what? Are
Who's
we like?
better?
Oh my God.
Hey,
Reeves.
listen. All I said, Brandon is
Brandon
tough.
can hoop, but Reeves got it
AirPod
right
has
now.
the rat
He does.
shit.
He does.
His
Let's talk about Phoenix,
shot is
man.
amazing.
Yeah, because we kind of getting. Let's lock in. Why you keep pushing this shit off? Let's talk about Phoenix.
They just
How
happen
ass
to be
they
the
are.
best team out of all these teams here.
What?
The Suns. I talked to you about the Warriors and Lakers problems. The Suns are top heavy, and I think really the major issue with them is that they're injured right now, and they haven't had consistent,
I said about the
healthy
Lakers, I'm crazy.
lineups at all. Early in the season, Kevin Durant was healthy. Devin Booker was not. Then they get healthy together. They go on a 7-game win streak. Bradley Beal comes back. Then Bradley Beal gets hurt his second game because, Dante DiVincenzo went under on the screen, contested a shot, and Beal rolled his ankle. Now Beal has come back, and Kevin Durant is now out for a couple games, and I think they're just resting him up. I don't think the injury is nothing too serious. This team really hasn't had any chance to get some continuity. The big three actually play 10 games together, and let's see how you look. And that's uber important in these type of lineups. When you look at their best three lineups, their first best lineup is 273 possessions, so a lot of possessions. It's Devin Booker, Eric Gordon, Grayson Allen, KD, and Nurkic. They've been plus 25.6, and surprisingly, a 99.6 defensive rating.
Damn.
So this has been an awesome defensive lineup. Now, while the stars have been hurt, there were also injuries to the role players. Eric Gordon missed some games that allowed them to really have no spacing out there. Grayson Allen, for a point in time, missed some games. Nurkic has missed some games. And really, the center lineups for them outside of Nurkic have been terrible. Their worst three lineups, their worst one is 67 possessions. They're minus 39.8. So almost minus 40. Devin Booker, Eric Gordon, Grayson Allen, KD, and Eubanks. This kind of just shows the value that Nurkic has on this team, being the 5. I think he's played excellent for them this year.
Yes.
Not only do the stars have to be healthy for the Suns, but the rotation players, at least the top 2 ones, have to be healthy for these lineups to work spacing-wise. Grayson Allen or Eric Gordon. When it's not one of those, all of those guys that they signed on minimum deals are playing like they are on minimum deals. They're just very inconsistent. Yuta Watanabe is not a consistent shooter. Keita Bates-Diop is not playing like the Spurs Bates-Diop that I fell in love with in the offseason.
Love with
Drew Eubanks has been legitimately terrible. He's been so bad, and that's why they went out inside Aduku Azubuike, who gave him some minutes the other night, and now Bobo's starting to play. They're trying to figure out that backup 5, those backup 5 minutes, because Eubanks has been a disaster for them, and I think Nasir Little has been bad for them as well. So really, when we look at this team, it's 6 players that you actually trust. It's Booker, Beal, KD, Nurkic, Eric Gordon, and
You're being so generous.
Grayson Allen. It's 6 players that you trust with this roster.
You trust Eric Gordon?
I do. I think Eric Gordon's a good
the Suns
player.
have to trust Eric Gordon. They have no other choice.
No, but he does though.
No, I think
That's the only thing I'm asking.
Eric Gordon
because I
is-
know your
is a
opinion
good
on
player.
Eric.
Eric Gordon is a good player. He's a good player.
Good.
He's a good player.
I think he's fine. He's fine.
Are we giving him good? I don't know if we can give him that.
He just needs to hit timely shots once with the big threes there.
He's
That's all he needs to
averaging
do.
14 a game and shooting.
He can't take stupid shots. That's
He's shooting 41% from three. He's been great for them this year.
Oh, now we're up to great.
Well, great in his role. Yes,
How many
he
points
has
is he
been.
averaging?
14.
That's
Shooting
good. That's
41% from three and 47%.
Makes sense. Everybody's injured. You're gonna get some shots up.
Yeah, I mean, individually, everyone's doing pretty well. Like, KD's having a fucking insane season. His efficiency is ridiculous. I mean, some of the best of his career, if not the best of his career.
He's amazing.
Devin Booker slowed down a bit. He was red hot to start. Of course, he got injured, but when he came
really
back,
struggled.
He's definitely slowed down. Not nearly as efficient, not scoring with as much ease. And of course, we haven't seen much of Bradley Beal. This team is really hard to judge because we're January now, and it almost feels like what we've talked about with the Clippers for years is this team needs to get healthy. And we just talked about how the Lakers last season traded for pieces at the deadline, went 16-7, got hot at the right time, made a WCF run. This team's been together. They're practicing together, so at least they have that going for them. But it's going to be super hard, in my opinion, to put all three of these guys, get them back out there, get them healthy, number one. And number two, just very easily be able to go into playoff series down the stretch and kind of have that continuity that the rest of this Western Conference, I mean, it's crazy. Like, you're probably looking at damn near the top 6, 7, even maybe 8 teams that they could probably win in the first round. Like, there's so much depth in this conference that the Suns need to get healthy, but also just worry about not only the big three's health, but also the pieces around them. Because we talked about this in the offseason that it's all vet minimum guys. They're going up there. They're shooting for upside with some three-point shooters. But most of those guys haven't hit. Eric Gordon has been a positive. You mentioned shooting 40%. Grayson Allen has been, one of their better players. That was one of the guys you trust.
Good.
But yeah, the Yuta Watanabe's, the Bates
Goodwin's
Diops, and those type dudes that I think you need just maybe one of them, hopefully down the stretch, could kind of figure it out. But the rest of these guys, man, it sucks because I think you might have mentioned this on the last podcast or the one before. When you have these guys injured, now these players who shouldn't be playing as much are put into the line and put into the rotation on the bench, and now you're really struggling with depth. So I think the Suns have a few different issues, but number one, of course, is getting healthy.
You guys gave your answer earlier when we did the first topic, talking about the Lakers of like, you still trust the Lakers the most out of these teams, or you think they'll be the most fine. You said, I'm going for the Lakers as well.
Suns be 2 for me.
I don't know exactly what the Suns are right now. I'm going to shoot for upside. I think the upside of the Suns is still very high when they're all three healthy.
And that's a fair point because when you do look at the lineups, and although it hasn't been anything prolific, they've only played, in terms of possessions, 73 possessions together. But the offensive rating, the point differential, it would be the highest of all of them. No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. But
I played like 2 or 3.
They only have 3 lineups, so over 100 possessions. And the highest one, like Joel already mentioned, Devin Booker, Eric Gordon, Grayson Allen, Kevin Durant, and Nurkic. But the lineup of a Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Grayson Allen, Kevin Durant, and Nurkic does have a pretty high points per possession of 137. And then on top of it, the defense isn't anything drastically bad. It's not great by any measure. 56.5 EFG. That's would be their 4th best or 4th, I guess, 2nd worst defensive lineup that they would have. But the offense is there, and that's exactly what you would shoot for. The issue with the Suns is that they don't have a true initiator. That was supposed to be Devin Booker, and I think that obviously Devin Booker is a great basketball player, one of the better guards in the game, probably the best 2 guard in basketball. That being said, he's been struggling so far as of recent, and this offense as a whole just needs someone to initiate, which is why when we had that super chat about Ricky Rubio, which team would he fit best on, I'm going with the Phoenix Suns because they need someone that can actually connect this offense. And what are you showing him? Huh?
That stinks.
Did you rip one, you sick fat?
It wasn't me. It was you.
Why was it me?
Or if it was Riff.
Wasn't me.
I did not fart.
I don't smell anymore, but for a minute I was like, yo, it kind of stinks in here. I was like, do I stink?
Someone's upper lip. But they need a point guard. They need someone that can obviously get things going and initiate this offense. A lot of isolation ball. Kevin Durant, like Joel mentioned, is having one of the most efficient seasons of his career. He's Kevin Durant. But you got to figure it out. 18th in defensive rating. This guy's ripping ass.
Look at the look in his eyes, bro.
Yo, it's not me. It's coming from Dehls. It's not me.
I didn't fart. I'll give you a second. I farted.
It just got to be.
It stinks like hell.
I'll be honest. I don't smell anything anymore.
That's because you don't want to fart it.
Damn.
You guys are sick.
I would have
fucks.
admitted if it was me.
Smells like
I got no
tacos.
problem with
I
that.
would have. I
Me
would have
too.
It smells like a mixture of Dehls odor and fart.
odor and fart is nuts. You know so much
Bro
about
said you
me.
stink.
I know how my farts will smell right now. Based on what I've eaten in the last 24
No, it
hours,
smells like fucking hell.
this is
It
not my
smells
fart.
really
I
bad.
promise it's not my fart.
Dude, is
But-
it dog
but
still?
this-
Or did you, like shit over there?
But the thing is with the
It
Suns,
does smell like a
Ye-
dog shit.
it does. It does. The thing with the Suns, I'm trying to stay on top.
Don't
You
you have
guys
a
are-
dog, Dehls?
I do.
He
My
keeps
dog's
trying to
not with me. That shit here though.
Someone check your shoes. You guys step in shit.
I don't think so.
Nah, these
That's-
smelled that a minute ago.
So the thing with the Suns is why I can level with you, Joel. We don't know them at full strength because they haven't had the big three consistently. But the depth of this team still is not good. The defense still is not good. It's not like it's going to get better with Bradley Beal on the court. That's why I have my concerns about the Phoenix Suns. Frank Vogel's supposed to come in and be a defensive-minded, be the one of the sparks that gets the defense going in that right direction. But we really haven't seen that translate so far. They do have a solid defensive lineup. That's fair with the first lineup that we mentioned with the Devin Booker, Grayson Allen, Eric Gordon, Kevin Durant, and Yusuf Nurkic. But when it gets to rotation, it really becomes choppy, and this team really is not that impressive. So I do have my concerns with the Phoenix Suns. I do think that they desperately need to figure out their point guard situation. And it's not a slight to Devin. Devin's an amazing basketball player. His role is just better as the two guard and being fed off somebody else. We saw him thrive with CP3 as the one, and obviously he's one of the better playmakers. But I do have my reservations about the Suns, and I do have my concerns about how much better this team can get.
You mentioned the Beal, Booker, and KD lineups. They have a 137 offensive rating when they're paired up with Grayson Allen and Nurkic.
It's amazing.
The offense is nuclear when all three guys are there. I still believe in the Suns. I mean, I think early in the offseason, our concern was they might only have 3 NBA players. And the DeAndre Ayton trade, I thought was a major success.
What are you looking at now?
This picture of John is so funny.
Bro, airdrop the flick.
Airdropping a flick.
It's crazy.
Your airdrop's not up, Trey. I would have sent it to you.
Fuck.
Damn, I cannot even open it.
This picture. Here we go. She just killed me. Shout out Trophy Room Podcast.
Oh man, we're so off topic. But
Why the hell did Nick use this picture of John?
Sounds like when we're talking in the chat, like, yo, send a flick with your mouth open. Like, what?
Bro, it looks like you
That's
could
what
easily
John
just
did.
stick something big in there.
Yo.
the offensive rating with them is nuclear. In the offseason, it was does this team even have 3 NBA caliber players? And I think now we're moved past that. The DeAndre Ayton trade to me was an A+. You get Nurkic and Grayson Allen.
And Ayton's off the team.
And Ayton's off the team, exactly. And Nurkic has been better than Ayton. He's been a much better fit offensively. He's playing some solid defense this year. So you have Booker, Beal, KD, Nurkic, Grayson, Eric Gordon. That's 6. In the playoffs, you need 8 players off the bench. You need an 8-man rotation. So I think if they can find 2 more consistent contributors, they will be fine. I don't think the Metu minutes have been awful. Utah's too inconsistent, so I don't really like him in that lineup. Jordan Goodwin is smoking layups left and right and can't shoot consistently.
Oh, I thought that was your guy.
It was once upon a time. It's over now.
Oh, you dropped on him.
The honeymoon phase
How many
is
guys
over.
do you have on the Suns?
Not much.
He has all of them.
No,
and none of them at the same time.
that's the concern.
I mean, Booker, KD. That's it.
And that's the concern.
Any of them that can help the Booker and KD win.
That's my concern.
Bates
Oh,
Diop,
you
bro?
mean like my guys?
Yeah,
my guys?
How many
Diop?
guys do we trust on this team?
Yuta?
Bates Diop has been all right, actually. The numbers don't speak for what he's actually been. But I think Metu has been all right for them. And really, it's just they just need to find 2 more players that they can be consistent with in the lineup. That's it. And given how many second-round picks this team has and the buyout market, I think they'll be able to find that. I am not giving up on this team until I see them fully healthy for like 10 games. I think it's the Clippers thing where, like, the Clippers were
Crazy comparison.
Sorry, run that back.
the
Gave up
Clippers.
on the Clippers.
The Clippers.
He
early
said
in
he
the
chose
year,
the Suns over the Clippers early when it was just us
And the
three.
I
Clippers
did-
will
I
beat
did
the
say-
shit
I
out of
did say
Phoenix, too.
The Clippers
5
early
games.
in the year when they first got Harden, they were experimenting with him and Russ in the lineup, and that didn't work. They were losing, and everybody gave up on the team, including myself. But let's make it clear.
Everybody.
I
I'm
still-
the Lakers fan, and I said Clippers going to be all right. Just calm down.
Yeah, bro,
Okay.
you was telling us Westbrook shouldn't give up that starting spot. I remember that clear as day.
Yeah, I was saying that. The James Harden trade has worked wonders for the Clippers. They are an awesome basketball team. There's no doubt about it. There's still questions around their health come playoff time, but as of now and how they look amazing. I think that same leeway has to be given to Phoenix. We are over a quarter into the season, but looking at how many games this trio has actually played, they haven't played
The
much.
Clippers are better than the Suns.
They are.
We don't even.
Bro, the Clippers have been OD.
Give me 15 to 20 games with
You
Beal,
asked 10,
Booker,
now
and
you want
KD
15
playing.
to 20. Okay.
Give me 15.
You're cooking.
Give me 15 to 20 games with these three actually playing, and then I'll make a real judgment on the Suns and what they can be or what they cannot be. With all the injuries and all the turmoil, they're the 9th seed. I mean, the Lakers have been healthy to their stars. The Lakers
They're the
have
9th seed.
the Lakers have been
If it wasn't for
healthy
the play,
all
they'd
year
get
long.
we haven't.
They're-
We have not been healthy all year long.
LeBron and AD have been healthy.
They
Bro
have
just
been.
told us
Your
they're basically a
stars.
lottery team, but
KD
they
and
don't
Booker
worry.
have been majority. Like, they missed games here and there, but they haven't now had.
KD missed like 3 games.
Yeah.
We just saw the
Booker missed
Grizzlies
in
with
the beginning
Desmond
of the
Bain
season, but
and
he's been
Jaren Jackson
relatively
Jr.
healthy.
fall out the entire playoff race. So, I mean,
They've never
yes,
been in it.
losing one of the top 3 players on your team is very impactful.
Memphis is a different team.
Yeah, no
The
shit.
Suns were
When
rolling
the
with
Sun-
Devin Booker and
KD
Kevin Durant for most
Booker.
of the
I
year,
was
bro.
gonna say the other options are Jaren Jackson and Desmond Bain. You got KD
Jared
and
Johnson
Devin
is an
Booker.
insane drop off
You think
offensively.
the
Like
Grizzlies'
comparing the
depth
two of
is
them was
better?
insane.
You
Bradley
think the
Beal's a
Grizzlies' depth is
better
better?
offensive player than Jared Jackson.
But listen, I'll say this. This is one of my criticisms with Devin Booker. I agree with you. He hasn't been a point guard this year. And I think he's not a natural point guard. He shouldn't be playing that role full time. He should do it in spurts. But full time, that's just not his position. They need a real initiator. But the problem with that is that you already bet on these guards on your team. Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Grayson Allen, Eric Gordon. Bringing in another guard makes you small as a team. So they probably need to bring in a guard and then somebody that can also be a backup big and give them those minutes as well. But Booker not only has the point guard responsibilities, they've been subpar for him when I've been watching him, but I don't feel like D-Book is taking over games enough. I don't think he's taking over games. Usually it's on Kevin Durant to backpack, and he oftentimes looks better than Devin Booker.
We just got a Shams report for the Kings are pulling out of the Pascal Siakam talks.
Okay. I think Devin Booker he got to take over more. I mean, there are many times where I just feel like he's the best.
Anthony Edwards would do that.
He's the best. Edwards would do that. You see what he's been doing recently? Devin Booker is the best player on the court, and he's not playing like it. That's my frustrations with D-Book. So I need to see him play better.
He's what?
The Pacers scored 150 and Hallie had 10 points.
Yeah, so your bet lost too.
Fuck.
What the fuck are the Hawks doing?
How many assists, though? Maybe we heard.
18.
18? How many rebounds?
We cooked. We're fine. No, you did.
36. He had 36 total PR.
If he scored fucking more points, I'd get it.
Edwards
How the
has
fuck they
18, by
score
the way.
150.
In the first quarter?
House turned at
It's
27.
going into the second half right now.
Okay, he's going to hit.
How does this add up to 150?
Well, yours is going to be the only one that hits, so that's good.
Third quarter, 7 minutes left.
Okay, it's
What was yours?
Possible.
29?
He turns up in the fourth.
I know.
So you're
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
saying
Watch
it's
who you talking
possible.
about. Watch who you talking
you're
about.
saying-
Imagine we go all three of us and it's a reverse.
First day, first bet of the new year, not looking too good. So you said Devin Booker's the best player in the court. He doesn't look like it? What you said?
Oftentimes, yeah, I feel that way.
Often.
I feel like he got to take over more.
Riv, but I sense something in your voice. What do you mean by
I don't
this?
know if I want to start something or just kind of let it pass, you know.
I feel like I would rather you start it.
I just feel like Devin Booker's been the third best shooting guard in the league this year, you know.
I don't think you read
Give me
all the
1 and 2.
stats closely enough.
SGA.
It was
He's
too
a 1.
quick.
It's both.
Come on, don't do that. Okay.
So regular Anthony
And
Edwards.
then
stats.
Oh my god.
Okay.
10 assists, 8
Maybe
assists.
even
I think
13
Anthony's been
rebounds.
better.
Maybe even Desmond Bain.
Okay, all right. Calm the hell down.
Or Donovan. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Yeah,
Donovan hasn't been that efficient.
he has to do a lot.
So before you go,
Fair.
Riv,
His
Booker
playmaking is
True.
against the Blazers, 10 points, 4 for 16.
the Blazers.
Against the Magic, 21 points, 7 for 17. Against the Rockets, 20 points, 9 for 19. Against the Mavericks, 20 points, 6 for 14. That was a Christmas game.
Embarrassing.
I mean, that's really been his last 5 games, really 6 games that he's played. You know, I don't think he's consistently dropping 30 like I expect him to drop. I think he should consistently, with the roster that the Suns have right now and the injuries, he got to consistently go out there and drop 30 for them to stay afloat and be ahead in the standings.
Isn't that some shit?
Sounds like all these teams we're talking about. Their star player has to drop 30
Fact.
for these teams to be competitive.
But that's the issue with the Suns. it's like your guy can't have an off night because if he does, you're fucked. It speaks to the depth. And that's the biggest concern with the Suns.
It's my time to talk. And I'm going to talk. Joel, I just didn't feel enough heat coming your way from this team. I just felt like you were being real hard on the Lakers. You was being a little bit critical of Golden State, and you kind of just was like,
And he's on
I
his phone
Phoenix.
right now.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the score. The Suns and Heat.
Yeah. I trust Phoenix.
Suns winning, by the way.
I still trust Phoenix. The depth isn't good. We kind of, three out of the four at this table kind of looked at that in the offseason. Other people had faith in players we've never heard of, and I just think like at some point you got to kind of just trust your gut, not your heart. Go with your brain, not your feelings. But I do think this team has to really look into the buyout market. I think health is the main issue, of course, when you don't have your three best players on the court pretty much at all to the start of the season. That's going to hurt. You have to build that chemistry up. You have to build that camaraderie up. And you want it in a West that's stacked with OKC, Minnesota, Denver still hanging. And you got a team with the same star-level talent in the Clippers that has probably had less time than you to figure it out because you guys had a whole offseason. But Bradley Beal was hurt, so I understand that. But the Clippers went through a turmoil of losing like 8 straight games to the Grizzlies. Like, they were bad teams, and then now they're turning around. They're one of the best teams in the West. So for a team like the Suns, you got to start building those players around, and I think you do need to back up big. Maybe another scorer, go-to scorer off the bench would definitely help. Defense, though, is the most important thing, and just putting shooters around Beal. But if Beal isn't healthy or Kevin Durant isn't healthy, it's going to be the same issues we talked about with the Clippers. If they're not healthy, then what can you really do with this team? And, you want 10 games. You want 15, 20 games. I'll give you 15, 20 games, if that's
Healthy,
what you want.
big three.
Healthy. It's not going to happen, but I'll give you 15, 20 games, if that's what you want. And we can figure out what this team is. But this is probably the one team that we don't have enough evidence on to really talk about because they have not played, enough
he's letting
games.
them slide. You're letting them slide.
We don't have enough evidence.
We don't know. We don't have enough. We genuinely don't have
right.
enough. I don't know what this team looks like.
That's right.
Would you be confident to say they're not a championship contender? Or you still haven't seen enough?
Championship contender.
The defense is not great.
The West is such. Here's my contenders as of today: the Clippers, Denver. I'll throw Minnesota in there.
OKC?
No,
Ooh.
I don't think OKC is a championship contender. I don't.
Because they're too young?
No,
They were getting smoked by the Nets last night.
they're not big enough.
So break down why you think all those teams are contenders.
All right, so I think Minnesota's contenders because defensively, I think they're an elite group 1 through 5.
Most
I
definitely.
think they can bang with teams that are small. They can bang with teams that are big, and they have a superstar. I think Denver.
Who's a superstar?
Edwards, he's a superstar.
Okay.
I think.
Just wanted to hear it.
Bro just wants to hear it.
I'm fine with that.
not. Listen,
You're a
Anthony
slut.
Edwards is amazing.
I can. Unlike you with
say my
Tatum,
name.
Go crazy.
unlike you with Tatum, I can put my hate aside and be
Anthony
objective. You know
Edwards,
what I'm saying?
baby.
The real always knew.
Denver, I don't got to explain too much. I can kind of skip past that.
You can.
The Clippers.
They're tough.
As long as in this day, same thing with Phoenix, but with them, it's like when Kawhi is healthy, I don't think there's 6 basketball players you taking a series over him, maybe not even 5. But Paul George, Harden, they play so well off of Kawhi Leonard. Their depth is solid. Zubac has been good, and they're one of the few teams that's pretty much put Joker in hell over the last couple times they played them this year. So I like the Clippers as championship unit. What was the other team I said? I think those are the only 3 I said at the moment.
Timberwolves, Nuggets.
Clippers.
So no
Clippers.
Lakers, no Warriors,
At the moment,
no Suns.
Warriors I've never put just the offseason as championship contenders.
Dallas.
No.
Let's be for real.
No.
How about your respect?
Lakers, if they get back on track, yes, I'll put them up there. Phoenix, not enough evidence to really put them in there, So I got to take them out, unfortunately. Yeah, they got to get it. They got to get back in the playoffs. The Kings, no, they don't have enough.
Rockets,
Defensively,
no.
they're
Pels,
terrible.
probably
Rockets,
not.
no, but shout out to the Rockets for sure. Pels, nah, but shout out to the Pels. They've been hooping.
Memphis, no.
But those
Kings,
would be
no.
my 3 teams. OKC, they're like the next team up.
I think that's fair. I think that is fair. That's why with the Suns, Warriors, and Lakers, I don't know if I trust either of these teams, but the Suns feel like a lottery ticket I bought for $1. And it's like, okay, this can turn into something.
Okay.
The Lakers and Warriors, I feel like they can't do much.
It's the same shit.
They can't do much for them.
Maybe like $1 I
for
found in
me
my pocket. Like,
to
it's
There's
really
not
buy
a ton
into
of
them.
difference between all these 3 teams. I'll keep it a stat.
No, with the
No,
Suns,
no,
we
no,
have
the
different
difference
difference.
is
The
Golden
Warriors
State
are booty butt.
Don't. First of all, relax. Second of all, actually, the difference is Steph is out there by himself. These other guys, LeBron, he got AD.
I'm saying like
Kevin
I don't
Durant
trust
got all
LeBron's
these other
Let me
guys.
ask
I
you.
don't trust these teams.
You know,
39.
Unless if the Lakers go into the playoffs with this roster, that's the first round exit.
Let's play. Let's have fun. If we switch Clay and Devin Booker, the Warriors not OD.
Okay.
Yeah, I
no
mean,
shit.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, that's
Devin Booker.
That's all I'm saying, man. We don't
I'm
got
just
that.
saying, unless
Even
the
though
Lakers
Clay
make a
has
trade,
not been bad these last couple of games.
he hasn't.
He does this every year.
He was actually one of your best players last night. You could argue outside of Steph, number 2.
Who cares?
But he was great for you guys, and that was one of the big reasons.
You know what you love to do? You love to give guys pity when they do good a few times.
What
And
do you
they've
mean
been,
the last, let's say 7 games?
it's been 30 games.
But he loves to shit on Jordan Love when he was playing. Well.
Right? What are we talking about? No, I
Came out of
didn't.
nowhere.
Yeah, I was out of left field.
And I didn't shit on him.
No, but I'm
There's
just
a
saying.
video of
Jordan?
you. There's a video of
No.
you out there.
Oh my God, 3 years ago.
You got to stop doing shit.
Takes
3
don't
years
die,
ago.
man.
They don't let me
die.
rock.
Takes don't die.
God.
But I'm just saying, with the Lakers, I just feel like as currently constructed, it's a very limited team.
Our
because
shooting
of the
sucks.
offense.
Our shooting sucks.
Like,
Phoenix
I think-
is limited though.
Like I'm taking the Suns if they're fully healthy. They're giving me the full health. I'm taking them over the Lakers and
How many teams are you taking the Suns fully healthy over? Because I wasn't here for that Clippers bullshit you was chatting about.
I
fully
stood
healthy.
10 with the Clips.
Not the Timberwolves.
I'm talking about then that means the other team is also fully healthy.
not the Timberwolves, not the Clippers.
Denver now.
Oh
You
yeah,
just forgot
Denver. My bad. I forgot about Denver. I'm so
Taking them
sorry.
over OKC. I respect it if you do.
Yeah. So
Young
they're,
team.
they're fourth. You know, they're top
Taking them
four.
over your Kings.
Yeah, they're top 4
Over
if they're
Dallas?
fully
You're
healthy.
Dallas?
You're top
Luka.
4.
Is Dallas?
Even though
Luka's
Luka
generational.
just owns them.
Luka
I mean,
and Kyrie.
my God.
Kyrie's there now. You know, give him some help.
Well, with Luka, you can do anything. So
Really?
if Luka goes on a playoff run where he average, yesterday I was playing 2K. I traded him to the Knicks. They wouldn't trade me Luka straight up for Terry Rozier and Julius Randle and 4 first-round picks.
Yeah, no.
So I had to override the trade, and I got Luka in New York. And my team is nice, bro. My team is Luka, Brandon Ingram, Mark Williams, Derek White's on my team.
Oh, so you're in the Hornets.
I'm like 20-29 Knicks right now.
So you let Brunson walk.
I let Brunson walk because I had Luka run the point. I had Brunson for a year where he didn't go far in the playoffs. So yeah, Brandon
Have you
Ingram.
won a championship yet?
I'm in the finals right now facing OKC. OKC is like a dynasty in my 2K league.
Oh, so you're still ringless with Luka.
Yeah, they're 2.
Wow.
He's only been on the team for 2
You
years.
said
now.
But
2029.
he's still
did you
ringless
not?
though, right?
2029.
You said
He didn't win a ring
2029.
since-
No, he didn't.
I traded for him
2029.
just
No, we're
2 years
asking
ago.
like in general. Has he won a ring in your league?
No.
Oh,
No, he
so you're still
hasn't.
ringless.
Because I only traded for Luka to get when I got really desperate when my
you
core
win a
just
ring?
wasn't going nowhere. I have not
You're
won
in
yet.
2029 and 2K won a ring.
And you're a
Start a
cheater.
new franchise.
And he overrided, so he really didn't even get Luka for real. He cheated to get Luka.
Return the game at this point.
No, it's been a struggle, man. No coach wants to come play for me. I've offered Steve Kerr, Eric Spoelstra, top end deals, and they just keep denying me. So I'm stuck with the garbage coaches, and then they just do bad.
Is Thibodeau, he retired?
Oh no, I just let him walk. I let him walk. So,
Like
but
one
my
of the
starting
best
lineup
coaches.
is nice though. It's Luka, it's Herb Jones, it's Brandon Ingram, it's Mark Williams, like I said, and I'm forgetting the 4th player on there. I traded for Isaiah Joe, so I have Isaiah Joe on the roster.
Okay.
Very clutch, great shooter. And Riv might know this player. I have Robert Dillingham.
From Kentucky.
I drafted him in the draft. He's a Kentucky guard right now. I drafted him. He's just breaking out. That's
I
why.
like his game.
Yeah, that's why I let Jalen Brunson walk. Nah, but yeah, my 2K league. I'm currently in the finals right now. I'm playing it. It's because I don't user them. I sim everything. If I user that, I probably win.
Did the Knicks turn into a super team? They're up 20 against
I know,
Philadelphia.
yeah, they're
at half.
smoking.
You know the Nets are destroying OKC right now.
The Nets?
Yeah.
It's a wild night tonight.
No.
It needed a wake up call, man. The
I
Soul
need
wake-up
a
sold
call.
against the
Like,
Celtics. It's gross.
just FYI, we have a bet and I'm currently winning.
What's the bet?
Orlando versus the Nets versus Charlotte. I am destroying.
Well,
both.
I didn't get. I got involved. I'm wondering.
with him, and you're losing that.
Well, come on.
It was a
Fucking
separate here.
Charlotte is injured to hell.
I'm letting them
Well, I'll
smoking
be
both.
honest,
of you.
even with LaMelo, Orlando would have smoked them.
No. Orlando, I was fine. I was always cool with Orlando. It's the Nets versus the Hornets.
You still have a chance to beat the Nets.
I
They're
still
not
don't
far
feel
off.
great about it. I need
You're not
LaMelo
cool.
to get back.
You might not.
Why is it our fault that you
You're
bet
right.
on injury
I know.
prone
You're right.
players?
It's been my life. That's my life in basketball.
He's a gambler, man.
Amen.
We have some super chats here. So Ricky goes. He sent a new one. I'm trying to find it.
Boy, Ricky, man.
So Ricky goes, I love my brother Drew. Just
Love you
need
too,
more Luka respect.
I respect Luka like hell.
Top 3 offensive player of all time. I've been seeing rumors that the Lakers are interested in DeJounte and Kings are looking into Pascal.
What the fuck?
Top
Wait,
three
just
out.
let
Run
that
it.
walk. Like,
Go back like 4 sentences.
That's his super chat.
we
What am I
just
going
gonna
to
let
say?
that just
top
walk. Like,
3 offensive
fair.
player
It's fair.
all
I mean,
time.
it's fair.
Look at the
He's
numbers.
Is he better than?
Look at the numbers.
Is he better than Joker?
Look at the numbers.
What numbers?
He's not a better offensive player than Joker.
Look at the numbers.
What numbers? What numbers?
Look at the numbers.
What numbers are you talking about?
First 5 seasons in his career. Compare that to everybody
I don't
else.
think that's how that works.
Look at the numbers.
It's not. I can tell you, actually, it's not.
Look at the numbers.
You love to change shit. Like you love to change rules.
So
Gotta
he's
look
top
at the
3.
numbers.
He's not answering. He's
better than Steph Curry offensively.
Look at the numbers.
He's better than James Harden
Herbert,
offensively.
like a top 5 quarterback
At his
ever.
peak.
Look at the numbers.
Look at the numbers for Herbert.
Look at the numbers.
I respect Luka like hell.
No, you don't.
I just tried to keep accountability for the next coming of Jesus Christ missing the playoffs.
You want DeJounte and the Lakers? You mentioned that.
No, it doesn't help us.
Not every player makes the playoffs every year.
Tatum has.
MJ did.
LeBron,
He missed it his rookie year.
Or
by
just
the way.
got triple teamed.
LeBron did miss
his
his
rookie
year.
season. Luka didn't make it his rookie season.
Cooked. So twice. MJ did.
Tatum did.
Goats. You said top 3
ECF.
offensive player. MJ
Game
did.
7.
Just want to put
Fucking
that out.
LeBron.
I'm just trying to see if LeBron missed the playoffs
He
any
did.
other time.
No. Oh yes, he did. Lakers.
No, he-
Oh,
Lakers.
you're right.
He
Ah,
missed it in year 20.
Yeah, Lakers. I got you.
I'm glad that you guys are cool with that. Year 20, missed the playoffs.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
I was just. We got to fact check you.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook stinks.
You wanted him.
I did.
Yeah, man. LeBron is one of the GOATs.
Bro's looking up LeBron's pro basketball reference page. He's trying to find something in there.
Joy Ahmad goes, should Trey ask out of Atlanta and what team too?
Lakers.
Have some
Who?
fucking
You don't want
shame.
DeJounte?
Trey. The thing with DeJounte is we need some spacing. We need some shooting. And not that DeJounte wouldn't help us. He's obviously a plus.
Good playmaker.
He is a good playmaker and obviously great defender.
Stevens fell off this year.
Don't say that.
Not a great defender
He has
anymore
not been a great defender. No.
this
he is
year or just in
died
general with the Hawks.
with the Hawks.
Yeah, with the Hawks, he hasn't, man.
How much sense does that make?
I just wanted to catch you before they be on your body in the comments. Yeah, he has not. Like it's not been close. So I just wanted to help you out.
So he wouldn't be a good defender on the Lakers?
I'd probably adjust. I'm
Would
just
you
letting
look
you
at that? He leaves Greg Popovich, all of a sudden falls off as a defender. That brother would have been out the league without Greg.
Can you
God.
stop doubling down?
That defense fell off without Pop.
He's a good offensive player.
Oh my God! Someone just said LeBron missed with the Lakers. Like that's so stupid.
He did. And he got eliminated in the first round in one
Not a
year.
championship.
After. He missed the playoffs before. His first year with the Lakers, he lost. He didn't make the playoffs.
He was injured.
Luka got hurt last
He
year.
did come back though.
He
Unfortunately,
did. He tried, and he said, "I'm
yeah.
going 0 dark
He
30."
fucked up. He fucked up when he did that. When he got on
Stupid!
Twitter. He's like, "Yeah,
I'll be honest. That's worse than the decision.
He should have never did that shit. He would have been good.
I'm going 0 dark 30. We out. That's when I realized Brandon Ingram was gonna be an all-star.
Yeah, the fan
He
base
was so fucking good
fan
that
base was
last
so
2
lit
months.
when he dropped that tweet. He was like 0 dark 30 going into the playoffs backpack.
We out, boy. Let's go.
Then
I'm
he made
ready
the
to
playoffs.
go
It's
on
just
this
like,
run.
Damn.
Now we
bro.
were cheeks. Lonzo never came back. He never came back. And then we were like, fuck it. Power move. AD. Come on.
Kill Moves goes, name an NBA player, former or current, that was the definition of Black Air Force energy. I'll go first, Quincy Acey.
I'm going to refrain from answering this question.
I can answer this question.
All right, have fun.
I'm gonna go with.
Black Air Force energy. The fuck?
I'm gonna go with Ron Artest.
That's easy.
I'm going to go with Draymond Green.
Steven
Ben Wallace.
Steven Jackson.
Patrick
Dennis
Beverly.
Rodman.
Does he have Black
Who,
Air Force?
Pat
energy?
Beverly?
Pat Beverly.
For sure he does.
He does. He definitely does.
Who said Draymond?
That's a good one.
Matt Barnes.
I feel like he was a chump, low key.
Calling Matt Barnes a chump casually is
That's
hilarious. He going to check you one day.
He might.
He's gonna be
I
on
would
the
love
pod
him
one
to
day. We're gonna bring that up.
I'm like, you call me
Be
a
like,
chump?
yo, he called you a chump. I don't.
You want him to dominate you, just stare at you, look down? Because that's how he would check you. He's
What's up
6'7".
with
Bro
you?
said that's how he would check you. You just gave it the play-by-play.
can't
How
stare
Matt
me
Barnes
down.
won't
You just
violate.
said you'd love for him to check you.
I said I would love him to come to the pod.
And then you just asked him if you wanted him to dominate him.
In the
Casually.
stare down, Matt Barnes would dominate Riff.
You guys saw that?
He lost me.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I saw that Al Harrington interview when Jamal Tinsley had guns in the
Yes.
in the club.
That shit was
I
nuts.
think he has Black Air Force energy. Guns in the club is crazy. They all had guns though. Yeah, the stories they tell now, man.
I got black-
about back in the day.
Do I got Black Air Force energy?
Nah,
Nah, bro.
you have like
You have like white high top
you
white
have
Air Force
Yeezy
energy.
Yeezy 350s.
At least I didn't get no like Converse Vans. If
I was
I would
saying,
have
you
got,
had, like,
if
Yeezy
they would have got
350s.
disrespected like that, we would have had to get up and
You have
square.
moccasin
High tops is
vibes.
crazy.
You're all right. So you're just going for comedy now.
Have you ever had Air Force high tops?
High tops, nah.
I have with the strap on the back that the
It's
strap
not
hangs.
It was fly at one point.
They had a moment.
I
Back in the
hate
day.
I
They
hate
had a
shoes
moment.
with the strap on.
USA ones had a moment. They had a moment. USA ones had a moment.
I rock the G Fazos. I'll be honest.
You
You're
got
right.
your game.
Easy 350. I really don't. I don't be copping shoes like
Time
that.
to start, my brother.
It's like it's money, bro.
Once
It is
we're not
expensive.
asking you to get one a month. Once every 2-3 months.
Okay. All right.
Get a little couple, and they keep them in the box. Just keep them.
You know what I
keep 'em
actually
chilling.
just copped? You'd be happy. Anthony Edwards.
Tough.
Oh, you copped the
I
sneakers?
did cop them.
You
what?
bastard.
They're
I didn't
tough.
cop them yet.
The
What are you finna do in them?
we're hooping on Tuesday.
Yo, this is what you're hooping in?
Oh, you're hooping in them.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Thanks,
That's
son.
fire.
You haven't been in the gym.
I also
Those
have
shoes are
I also have
suck.
Kobe's.
You're gonna suck.
Okay. You thought I was gonna suck when we played at
You did suck.
the
The first time I played with you,
Day two, I was him.
Day
Day
one, you
one,
were
I was
garbage.
awful. Day one,
This
I
is
was
game
awful.
one. You're gonna be garbage.
All right, so you're gonna have to live with me being asked day one. Day two, it's up.
I might just play you like 18 minutes.
Anthony Edwards shoes are really cool.
They're awesome.
They look nice.
I'll
Have you
be
seen
honest.
them?
I don't know if I'm gonna play in the A1s or I'm gonna play in my Kobe's.
You should play in your Kobe's. Have you broke them in already?
The Kobe's?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Then you should play in those. I mean, you shouldn't play in shoes for the first time.
Can't wait to see
I
his
do that
stat
all the
line.
time.
7 points, 5 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 1 for 9 from the 3-point
And plus, are
line.
you more of a low top or high top guy?
With the Kobe's, I guess I'm low top.
Yeah, so you should probably just rock with the low tops for the
Riv's
first time.
hating on my game when he knows.
No,
I'm
I just know
nice.
day one you're dog shit.
Just
So
live with it.
Like
Live
day
with the
one,
stat
you're
line.
arguably the worst
Are
player
we
I've
playing
ever-
Tuesday official?
I'll let you know.
Because he's saying that it's either now or February.
Well, if it isn't great, you can get in the gym, lock in.
I'm gonna be
Get some
good.
shots up,
You're one of
man.
the worst day one players I've ever seen in my life.
God
your day-
damn! I
your-
hadn't
now your
played
day
ball
one-
in
your-
almost a year.
Your debut is generationally bad.
1
You
year.
got in the gym. You know how Drew gets. He's
You know,
excited.
I was also
You see
playing.
that? Like, he's
I was
excited.
playing in my Air Maxes.
He gets it. First shot, air ball. He like, it's all right. It's all right. That's exactly how he did it.
He
He's
shit
like,
talking
"It's
so
all right."
crazy.
And
What
then
happened
boom.
day two? Talk day two now.
Day two, you played fucking amazing. Your day one was just so bad.
I'll be
That's all I
honest.
remember.
Once we started locking in, I really am that guy when it comes to basketball. I'm dumb nice. I really am.
What's your 3-point percentage?
I'm just gonna not say like 34.
34. That's fine. That's manageable.
For a regular human being, 34 is pretty good.
That's funny as hell.
Regular human being.
For not being a college basketball.
I give him like 32.
Okay.
32.
You can't leave him open, but he's not like dangerous.
I think open gym numbers, that's open gym numbers. You feel me? Like shooting 35% in the NBA is different from open gym.
I know.
I would
Obviously,
be
which
under-
is
Well,
why
we're
I said-
adjusting for bumps. Like we're bumps.
Adjusting
compared to
for
them,
like
yeah.
contests and shit like that. Yeah.
He doesn't get contested much.
And fans in the stands also makes a difference.
I'm not getting blocked in the shot.
No.
I'm also prime time.
32% is solid. It's,
He's-
they're like,
I'll
are
give
you
him
like
32.
Lamar Odom?
I say 2016 Draymond's my comp, but Riv said that that's not it because I can't defend the perimeter. He's right. I'm too
He's
slow
also
for
not
the
a rim
faster
protector.
guards. That's not
He's
true.
not a bad defender though. I don't want to make it seem like he's not. He's not a bad.
What's his
defender.
player comp?
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love.
Yes.
The thing is, I box
Do you
out.
agree with that?
I don't mind that. That's fine. I'm a
Or do
good
you
passer.
agree with it?
I'm a really good passer.
So you
good
think you play like
post
Sabonis?
That's
I-
a good one,
that's-
but
that
he
is
doesn't-
really
He
good.
doesn't. He's not. He's not a center. He's like a. Damn. I'm trying to think. I guess you could say Lamar Odom. Lamar's
Old Lamar Odom had really good
The
handles.
thing is, if you are obviously like Joel's height, I probably could bang with someone Joel's height. 6'6", 6'8". I'm cooked on a big.
cool. A lot of us are.
No, like, are there any that tall guys in this league?
Oh, Dehls height.
All right,
he's
like
fat.
I could bang with someone like Dehls.
He's like fat though.
Okay,
Like,
I could do that. I'm strong.
do your thing.
No one really outworks me on a box like that.
Don't do.
So
Brother man, do your
Ricky
thing.
sent a super chat. Knicks up 20 at halftime on Philly.
You guys are smoking them.
Santos
a
goes,
weird night.
River, I believe you will complete the challenge. The challenge of being a Warriors fan after the fact. I am assuming.
No.
it is.
This is a different challenge.
What's the challenge?
He challenged me. He's like he's begging me. He's like, Riv, you drop a Riv Academy video every week for 6 straight weeks. I give you a jersey. But if you mess up 1 week, I gotta give him something. He doesn't know. At first, he tried to offer the one chip. I said, fuck no, we're not doing that again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he was like, I don't know what I'm gonna bring it up yet. Well, what I want yet, but if
When
you
are
fuck
we
up,
gonna get these rolling?
I told him next. We can start next week. I'll accept the challenge
Why not tomorrow?
Ricky,
because it's gonna snow. I want to play the game tomorrow.
It's the perfect time to do it.
I want to play the game tomorrow. I'll be honest.
Play what
Ricky
game?
goes-
Like,
P5
okay.
all day.
Can you lock in?
I'll play tomorrow.
All you have to do.
I'll play tomorrow.
Play what?
We could play my player. I'm my player.
No, drop the video.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, it's gonna snow. I'm
Bro,
gonna have my
it's
feet up.
30
snow at like
minutes.
4.
All you have to
might
do
need
is
to sleep.
30 minutes.
Do it at noon.
What the fuck do you want me to talk about?
I mean, it don't even. Bro, I
Warriors?
feel like,
I'm tired of talking about this.
Rav, I feel like you're making this more complicated than it needs
Of
to be.
course,
It doesn't even got to be 30 minutes, bro. Just talk about something for 5-10 minutes.
maybe.
Just turn on the camera and just talk about the Warriors.
Maybe I'll
That's
get up
it.
and do it. You know,
Just free.
Want
it.
to talk about Boston?
Free
Do you
ball.
want me to go up
Wanna
there
talk
and
about
talk with you,
No,
bro?
I don't want to be up there. I want you to talk about Boston.
I actually really want to just lay in the house tomorrow. I was just fucking. It's gonna snow.
Riv, one of the main reasons I offered to be on Riv Academy because you need some accountability.
She's spitting.
I need accountability.
When it comes to recording, yeah.
I know I need accountability.
Because you haven't dropped an episode in moons.
Bro, the proof is in the pudding.
Maybe I've been working a lot.
I will
You guys understand
happily.
that. I've been working a
yes,
lot.
you have been.
You've been grinding.
But Saturdays, I just correct
Saturday
me if I'm
noon.
wrong. You don't do
That's
anything.
all I'm asking.
You don't know
which
what
is
I
fine.
do on Saturday. To be fair,
Why I said correct me if I'm wrong.
oh, depends on the Saturday.
Okay, we could drop Riv Academy episodes.
I'll think about it. Tomorrow I'll wake up. Maybe I'm in the
Same
mood.
way John Tortellini is on the Joel Moran show. I can be on the Riv Academy show.
Maybe we'll see.
Shout out
We'll see.
John,
We'll
man.
see, man.
So Ricky goes, look at the playoff numbers. Number 2 in points per game behind Michael Jordan. SGA missed the playoffs and y'all glaze him.
Remember when Donovan Mitchell was high on that list?
He was. I remember those days, man.
It was amazing.
He was like 4th.
Are you trying to say something about Luca?
No,
This is where
I'm
disrespect
just-
comes
I'm
from.
just
This is
saying-
why they think you disrespect Luca.
I just said remember when Donovan was on that
What you
list.
saying? I understand what you're saying.
Come on.
I understand why he could spin that. I understand why he could spin that.
Are you guys? It's
Because
You're
you're saying-
essentially
because you're
saying
basically
that.
Luka can
You're
have a
essentially
drop
saying
off.
that Luca's not
That's
going to be on
not
that
what
list.
I said.
Well,
To be honest, they got on your body for that.
Oh my
They
god.
really-
you basically were saying Luka could have a drop because Donovan
That's
didn't have a
not
drop.
what I said. All I'm
saying
said.
is he could finesse that.
I'll be honest, you guys got mad defensive over that.
Thank you.
No,
Mad
no.
defensive.
What I said was I understand why he
Yo,
would get upset
thank
about
you.
that. That's all. I'm good.
Damn.
He's a Luka guy. You know he.
I know. I wasn't expecting it from you.
Huh?
Wasn't expecting it from you.
Guys, my mom's calling me. Should I answer?
Yes.
Actually?
Yes. Friday episode.
Okay.
Answer.
Did Twitter remove bookmarks?
Nah, it's in
No.
the.
Hey, Ma,
yeah.
we're actually
some
live on air
bullshit.
right now. What's up?
Okay, well, hi, pick a side.
Hi.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. Love you, Ma.
I love you.
All right, bye. All right.
This week in the NBA, what do you guys got?
So my this week was what I mentioned a little bit earlier. It was about Giannis. It was about Wemby and how Wemby went out there against Giannis, who Giannis in his own right was absolutely unbelievable. Victor Wembanyama goes and puts a calm 27 on him. Wasn't able to close out the game. I also bring this up because I'm interested in your guys' opinion. Were you guys okay with him passing the ball to Trey Jones in that situation? To give my opinion, thought it was the smart basketball play. Trey Jones was wide open. He has a great look. He needs to knock that down to obviously put them in a position to tie the ball game. I think that he made the right decision, but I say that because he has the generational tag on him. They're saying he's the second best prospect of all time right behind LeBron James. And what does LeBron knock for? Passing the ball in those moments, trying to make the right basketball play. In one of the first moments where he has a chance to be clutch, he goes and he passes it, makes the right basketball play, but he obviously ends up falling short. He misses the shot. What do you guys think? Should he have taken and forced a three-point shot where he already shot 2 for 8 on the game? Do you think he should have forced up a jumper?
It depends if you want him to be LeBron or Michael Jordan. If you want him to be Michael Jordan, he got to take that shot.
That was funny.
This
That
is
was
like middle school lunch table type shit.
That was good. That was good. That was good for sure. I like that he made the right basketball play, starting early in his career. and
Trey
making the
Jones
right
wasn't
move.
even close.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even cap. I'd probably think about it twice after, but that's the right basketball play. I understand why Victor did it. I get it. That's the
I think so,
Spurs
too.
way.
Yeah, tough shot. Mod this week in the NBA. We've had some ridiculous games. We had that Bucks game last night. We had the Warriors game. The Magic and Kings game was one of the best games. Also, the Detroit Jazz game,
Fire.
was it 2 nights ago? Was insane.
Surprised you
Alex,
locked in.
Alec Burks.
Respect me, first of all.
What's wrong? He loves to say
I
we
know.
don't watch basketball. Like it's not our
Detroit.
job.
I wouldn't even be mad if he didn't watch it. It's Detroit.
I know because I saw it. I probably
Rory
turned it
was
out like
clutch as hell.
5-6 minutes in the fourth because I saw it was a close game.
It locked in.
That shit was crazy. But yeah, the Kings and Magic. The Magic hit a franchise record 25 threes. Paulo had a career high 43 points. He scored 20 of their last 26 points. Unfortunately, they did lose. Malik
shit.
Monk went off for 37. This game was crazy. In the first overtime, Paulo gets a very, in my opinion, unfavorable block or foul called on him, or excuse me, charging violation on him. Where I think it was Trey. Who was it? I forgot who ended up getting the charge. But regardless, I thought that his feet were moving. Anyways, it goes back to the Kings, And then on the other side, they intercept the pass, turn the ball over, and Paolo gets an and one. Or was it and one or was it just a regular layup? I don't know. Shit was crazy where he intercepts the pass, is about to go out of bounds. He hits it out of bounds. They call it King's ball. They review it. It's somehow they don't review it. They just say magic ball when they should have reviewed it because it was clearly out on Paolo's hands. And then they score a layup, and they go into double overtime and end up losing the game. The end of the first overtime was fucking insane.
Wow.
The Clippers are beating the shit out of the Pelicans. What is going on?
It reminds me of a game that we saw the other night. We talking about controversial calls. People thinking that LeBron's foot wasn't on the line on that 3-point attempt. It was on the line against Minnesota. That's they in the 2-minute report correctly called. They said it was correct that it was indeed a 2-point shot.
It was so damn close that I'm fine with you feeling either or a gone. It's one of the worst cuts I've ever seen.
Who's that?
It's one of the
That's
Kuminga.
Is it? Just a buzz cut.
No, brother, look at his hairline.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Him and Stephen A are gonna be chopping it up later.
He's smiling and shit. What's funny?
He's geeky. He's like, yeah, I'm looking cute, right? My hairline's all nice and stuff. No, sorry, Kuminga, you don't look great. It was so close that I understand people saying that it was a 2. I showed Alexandra. I said, is this a 3? Is this a 2? She said, his foot's on the line. After that, as unbiased as it gets, I was like, you know what? That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Can you believe LeBron posted a picture on his Instagram
That was
to millions
crazy.
of followers of the what fake happened,
It
what
wasn't
didn't
fake.
actually happen?
He goes, look at the monitor. That was funny as hell. He's like, look at it. My foot is behind the line.
He posted a screenshot of when his foot didn't touch the line.
Yeah,
yet.
It's
no,
when
that was crazy.
it's when he's going up, fully up. That's when his foot touches the line. But when he starts, it's behind the line. It's just when he goes and kind
I
of
think that's where
crunches
it
his
ends up.
toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where it ends
For
up.
you.
If the ball's in your hands.
Yep.
Timberwolves rightfully won that basketball game.
Be honest though, Streets didn't need an overtime.
Nah, I'm good winning the game, baby.
God,
This week in the NBA. This week in the NBA. I got 2 reports for show. This is not really in the NBA, more overseas work in the G League work.
I like to hear this.
2 top 5 picks. Nikola Topic, that's how you say
Yep,
his name.
uh-huh.
Is it? Fire. And Alexander Sarr both suffered some minor injuries, nothing too crazy. I believe Sarr has got one of them got a hip injury that they just suffered.
Topic's a guard.
Topic is the 6'6", 6'7" guard.
Great finisher.
Both top 5 picks, They just started. Topic just started his season overseas. Both of them got hurt dealing with an injury. Both top 5 picks. Just wanted to put out that information. So if you're gonna be wondering why they're not playing, just dealing with some minor injuries.
Topic could be a little bit better of a shooter, but his finishing is elite.
Yeah, very good. Sarr, I'm really liking Sarr, man. Alexander.
Shout out to my guy Hoop
Yeah,
Intellect.
I do like
Hoop
him.
Intellect's the
So,
main reason why I'm locked in on
You
him.
saw what Steve Kerr said? He said in response to Kuminga saying he, isn't going to flourish
He's
here.
gonna be stupid.
He said, I played for 15 years, and for 15 years, I wasn't satisfied with my playing time.
Okay.
You hate that he cooked?
No.
That's a good statement.
Okay. You weren't good.
Steve Kerr had one of the bigger shots in NBA history.
For sure.
He's top 10 in 3-point percentage.
You know what it is with that? Like, what does that even like?
He wasn't a scrub.
No, but he was like, you wasn't good enough to get more. You were a 3-point shooter. You were Kyle Korver, essentially. That's
In
what
an
you
era
were.
that didn't really give a fuck.
Yeah, so it's
Is
like
Kyle Korver going to be a Hall of Famer? He might.
you're an
No,
idiot.
what the hell?
He has one of the most 3-pointers
You're-
made in NBA history.
I don't think
He
he's-
had the record for
You're-
most
you're-
3-pointers
we're
made
losing
consecutively.
subscribers. Stop right now.
Kyle Korver all
Yeah, if that's his response.
Bro, they let in anyone into the Hall of Fame.
Kuminga's getting traded. After that way, yeah, he's probably gone. That's cool though. You're an idiot.
Korver's like an all-time 3-point shooter.
Who the fuck cares?
I'm just saying that game.
Jose
matters to the
Caldwell's an
game.
all-time free throw shooter. He's not in the Hall of Fame. He
Free
won't ever
throws,
be.
Who cares about free throws?
What-
I don't know. Listen,
I
I
don't
get
care about free throws.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
That's why I get why.
LeBron.
Why?
Yeah, LeBron.
I
like
get
the one thing
Steve
he's not
Kerr.
good
I get Steve Kerr saying
Listen,
that.
y'all forget that LeBron closed out 2016 with a free throw? Y'all forget that?
I don't.
What's his
recall
career
that.
percentage? Free throw percentage.
Do-
in
if
the
it's,
70s.
is it 73?
But yeah, and it's slow.
It's definitely
No,
in
it's
the
dog
70s.
shit. It's dog shit.
Okay.
73 for the amount of times he goes to the line, though. We'll take it.
How many times does he go to the line per game?
I'm just going to guess like 7, 8.
More than prime James Harden? No.
No way.
More than SGA? Right now? No.
Well, why did he bring? You're not even a James Harden fan anymore. I'm the James Harden fan.
Get
I'm
outta
the
here.
James Harden fan.
We're here.
None of you guys have fucking shit.
None of you guys James Harden.
Including
fans.
you.
I can't, no,
Including
mostly me. I can't fuck with the Clippers. I really don't fuck with them.
I don't
But
blame you. Why?
they've been good. I'm trying to be unbiased here. They've been awesome.
I don't know. I think Steve Kerr is kind of caught off guard because Kuminga's been starting, bro.
Caught off guard.
He got fucking benched yesterday for no reason.
And they don't never tell him shit.
But they went on a run.
Brother,
he's
only starting because Draymond is a terrorist.
Oh, he's starting for Wiggins in the lineup.
No, but I'm saying no. Wiggins was coming off the bench before that.
So when Draymond comes back, you think Kuminga's going to the bench?
No, I think he'll probably just keep Wiggs on the bench.
That's what I'm saying. So he's starting over Wiggins right now.
I could be wrong. I could have swore he started before and Wiggins was put to the bench.
Because the lineup
they
right
wasn't
now
starting both of them at the same time.
The lineup right now is Curry, Chris Paul, Clay, Kuminga.
Well, Chris
and
Paul
then
just started 2 days ago. He wasn't starting before that.
I just feel like Kuminga's been starting as of recently. He's been getting more minutes. He's been playing a lot recently. So, last night I know it's not the best look, but they went on the run without him, and I don't blame Steve Kerr for just being like, the blown lead happened so fast.
Remember the lead we blew with the Kings?
Yeah.
And remember when Moses Moody was shooting the lights out and then he took him out right after that?
No, I don't remember that, but it happened. I believe you.
It did.
If it did. I could understand your frustration.
Yeah, it is.
I can. So my 2 this week in the NBA is Malik Beasley sends a message to the Pacers. I know we're going to play them in the playoffs, and boy, it's not going to be pretty for them. Via Chris Haynes.
You should have read the other
PR
one,
report.
the other quote from Giannis about Tyrese Halliburton.
What did he
It's
say
the
about
type
him?
of thing that you go, you leave the arena, you're thinking about it. You go and you do something else, you're thinking about it. You're getting freaky at night, you're still thinking about it.
So he thinks about Tyrese Halliburton all the time.
That was kind of weird.
That shit killed me.
Like hitting your wife and you thinking about him was crazy. I'll be honest, that was one of the weirdest
One of
quotes
the
I've seen.
craziest comments I've ever seen in my life.
And like
bro.
nobody saying anything
Nah.
after was just like,
Oh my
Come
God,
on,
hold
My
on.
brother, it was a January regular season.
like-
You acted
just
like
like-
he missed the layup to win the finals.
yeah, it was like you lost me, Giannis. You got it. Come on.
Do we get copyrighted if I share this on camera?
No, you don't get copyrighted.
All right. Just
That's one of those dad jokes.
I don't know if it was a dad joke at all. I just think that he was being
He
stupid.
tries to make those type of dad
Yeah, he's
jokes,
being
though.
corny. I think dad jokes are pretty much corny.
I know what you mean. Why can't I find this? I'm terrible whenever I'm under pressure.
My God, Drew. You
Sam
kidding me?
Hauser caught another lob tonight. Let's see that.
Also, have you guys been seeing? Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, I know that you want to try to escape the dead air. Still finding the clip.
Dude, I actually 100% am dead trying to escape. What the fuck?
Why'd you throw that at him?
Bro really went the fucking cock back and threw that shit across.
I meant to miss Drew. I really didn't. I meant to scare you. I meant to throw it at your
Slut.
chest
Fuck
and it
you.
hit your face. I'm so sorry, Drew.
Yeah, the sad thing is, even through all of that,
Bro is.
I still can't find it.
Bro.
Yeah, my fault.
Did you find it?
I'm just gonna. If
So
I
what?
find it,
Can I actually ask what
I
are you
have it,
doing
bro.
specifically
What is he
to
looking
find
for?
it?
I just typed in Giannis Antetokounmpo
just
on
do.
Twitter.
Just type in Giannis.
Here we go.
fan.
Got it. Everyone shut up.
I did this shit in 2 seconds.
And you think about it.
What did he just moan?
Shut up, bro. Shut up. I
Did
just
he
found the
moan to
clip.
start the video?
Shut up. I don't want to hear from you.
Start over.
And you think about it. Now, when you go back home and you sleep and you wake up, you think about it. Now, when you go back and work out, you think about it. You know, when you're about to get freaky at night, you think about it. You know,
He's laughing as he's saying this.
it's good because now it
He
gives us
knows
time
that
to
was
fix things.
Definitely trolling.
Are you?
Yeah, he's just telling a joke. He's telling a joke. He's
The
trolling.
moaning in the beginning is mad funny. They beat them 5 times this year.
Just know you got yours coming.
I meant to hit your
No,
chest.
I'm sorry. You got
bro.
yours coming.
I understand. I respect that. It has to happen.
Yeah.
Because I really meant to hit your chest. and
whatever.
The beam
And the
was-
face is nuts.
Yeah.
So-
I wasn't aiming for your face.
Can't wait to watch that back so I
Pick
can
a side,
see
me
the
and get
intent
that.
that you put it in.
You can see what?
The intent
I put it in.
that you put into throwing that?
It was with some anger.
You were
Why does
taking it.
Le'Veon
Hey,
Bell
crime.
have an OnlyFans?
Hey, crime.
Hey, I
How about
can't.
that?
Why does his OnlyFans tweet have 121
Oh,
bookmarks?
What's OnlyFans?
Le'Veon Bell.
Why does he have OnlyFans?
That's what I'm at.
Shout out to Le'Veon Bell. He sent me a birthday message.
That was
did.
fire.
That
Who
was,
knows him?
That's it.
No, my
free.
cousin Joe.
Uh-huh.
It's free?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I'll just check.
You click, yo, yo,
I
you're,
just- I
nah,
clicked
you
on the
clicked the
link.
link. Yeah, I know you did. You're a freak. Like, you're a
Yo!
freak. nasty.
If he would have been charging like $25, I'd been like, that's crazy. I want to see what he's charging for free.
So did you join?
No, I
I
didn't.
don't believe you. You're gonna join that whole.
Once I get to the crib, can't do it on air. That's crazy.
No, you can't. Once you get to the cribs, even crazier.
That's OD.
My cousin Joey, you can do cameos. So you go on Cameo and find these celebrities to go and make a nice personalized message.
You
so
pay them for a shout out.
he decided to choose Le'Veon Bell of all people.
Can I just add one more thing to this OnlyFans thing? His OnlyFans bio is, of course you like what you see already, ... But if you want more, you just got to ask, smirk emoji, smirk emoji.
Okay.
Damn.
That's a little okay.
He's putting pressure.
Out of pocket. It's free though. Why would he not
It
charge
is.
people?
If he's saying you want extra, you're gonna have to message him. He's gonna be like, "Yo,
getting a little
$50.
prostitute.
Send you my toes." Type.
A man sending toes is crazy.
I got some nice feet.
Le'Veon having an OnlyFans is nuts.
Whoa, watch out.
Bro went from an NFL star to an OnlyFans person. What a fall off.
Should have never let Pittsburgh, man.
Do we have another topic? Because I feel like
We do. Ricky.
How is this a 3-hour show, bro?
stop. Right.
How is this a 3-hour
Ricky
show?
goes start, bench, cut, Kirk Heinrich, Mike Miller, or Kyle
Ricky,
Korver.
what the fuck are we doing, bro?
Who's the last name? Mike Miller and who?
Kyle Korver.
I'm so happy to end the show right now.
Yeah. So start Mike, bench, Kirk, cut, Kyle Korver. We're here.
Sure.
I'm
gonna-
starting.
You're gonna argue
I
with
like
me.
Kirk Heinrich.
I'm starting Mike.
I would start Kirk Heinrich.
I made a 2K build that said it was Kirk Heinrich,
Dog
I would
shit.
delete that so quick.
wait,
be honest,
wait,
I'd have deleted the game.
De'Aaron Fox.
That's
What
so
the
weird.
fuck? How is
That
that
doesn't make
shades of
sense.
both players?
I don't know.
You suck.
I'm Blakey on the last person.
They
I would
both-
give you 30.
You might. I'm really asking
Kyle
about that.
Korver or Mike Miller. That's my bench and cut. I probably bench Kyle
I think he
Korver.
means shooter.
Mike Miller gave me one of the,
Didn't he win co-rookie of the year?
He won rookie of the year actually.
One rookie of the year?
and he
Mike
was
Miller, man.
elite in Miami.
He was elite.
Elite is kind of crazy.
I don't
Role
give a-
player, yeah.
Elite role
For
player.
sure.
He was knocking them shits
Mike
down.
Miller, killer. I mean, shit.
Kyle
I had
Korver's
this one more this week in the NBA.
cool. So can we do that and then?
I don't. Do you think ranking offseason moves that have panned out is like too?
You want my honest opinion?
It's too much.
I don't give a fuck. But if you want to do it, if you want to do yours, you can do yours.
So this week in the NBA, the Raptors are ramping up trade talks surrounding star forward Pascal Siakam
Yep.
with a Western Conference playoff contender emerging.
Well, I think that was the Kings, and the Kings backed out.
Yes, but I think he
What
will
if
get
it's
traded to the
Lakers?
West.
Oh fucking!
Where do you think Pascal Siakam?
Why? We need offense.
That actually is a net LeBron.
Yeah, terrible.
Oh, that's terrible. Where do you think Pascal Siakam is going to get traded to?
Okay, see.
He's going to either OKC or the Warriors.
I don't want him in OKC.
I don't want him in. Nah, it's not OKC.
I think that's the one that's
the
pushing for it.
I think so
Because
too.
if it
They
wasn't,
have
if it would have
picks.
said East, I would have said Indiana. But I don't think he fits like their system.
You saw the Pistons said that they want to go after him. Yo, they're
What
dumb, bro.
realistically is the Siakam package?
On expiring, and we don't know if he's going to resign.
That's why you
Not a
can
lot.
get him for
Yes.
the low.
Low-key, I think the Mavs would make a move for him.
that could be. There it is.
I was
see
gonna
the
say
Mavs
that.
making that move.
If it's the Kings making a move for Siakam, I think Kevin Huerter, Harrison Barnes, Davion Mitchell is the package with a pick attached to it. I think that's a nice return. You get a shooter and a veteran on the Raptors, and Davion Mitchell is a young player, but I think he kind of fits their culture. I like the Dallas Mavericks a lot. I think if they can go out and get Pascal Siakam, if the Mavs trade for Siakam, you're talking about Kyrie, Luka, Siakam,
lit.
Lively at the 5. I mean, that is a team that if they make a move for him, they can put themselves into contention for sure. I think so.
So they're not in contention right now. We all agree.
Luka can do anything.
You can never just answer yes. or
With
no.
Luka, you can do anything.
I mean, up until this point, he hasn't been able to make the finals.
But he made the Western Conference Finals.
He won a game.
A game.
But no, he won
A game.
8 games leading up to the Western
No,
Conference
we met
Finals.
in the-
You're just going to forget about that?
I respect
Yeah.
that.
I
I
do
respect
too.
that.
That was fire. I'll be honest. Didn't see that.
He won
coming.
8 games up until
Start
the
doing that
Western
with the
Conference
Lakers.
Finals.
I'm not doing that. I'm not throwing pizza parties for getting swept.
You're cooking.
Mavs didn't get swept.
Gentleman sweep is
Buddy.
right behind. It's the next step.
Our,
That's the next
our
step, but-
series was so much closer than the Mavs and the
It wasn't. The Warriors Mavericks wasn't.
It was a
close.
washing.
It was really bad.
It was
it
bad.
was never
The
really.
Knicks are really up 30 on the Sixers, bro.
And
on the
OG
road.
is shooting bad, but his defense is probably elite.
for sure.
His
but I
plus
think
minus
Siakam-
the first 2 games was like plus 56 or 50, something
Yeah.
crazy.
No, his
shit.
defense. I heard he had ain't hell, but then they put Josh on him.
So where do you want to see Siakam, though?
I like him in Dallas. Make the league fun. More contenders.
I'll be
I like
honest.
that.
I want to see him in Golden State so fans can shut up about he doesn't have help. Help Steph Curry.
I feel like OKC is the easy option, but I don't know if I want OKC to go out and make a trade like that.
Yeah, nah, I don't think Presti's gonna make
Okay,
that
yeah.
move.
He ain't gonna make it for him.
The thing is, you're gonna. I'm sorry, Riv. I didn't mean. Actually, I don't
He
feel
really-
bad.
he
You
really
do a
doesn't have
fucking
help.
piece of whatever the fuck
he
out my
really
face.
doesn't have help.
I know. I know.
Give my brother some help, man. Get me out there,
Sunday. All he needs is a
man.
shot.
All I need is a
He's
shot,
gonna give you-
damn.
he's gonna give you effort on defense.
I'm for sure gonna fight for Steph.
Yeah.
I'll go out there and play my hardest.
So, River, I appreciate that you're letting me end off the show with my 3 best
Go
and
crazy.
worst
Yeah, go crazy.
off-season moves. Just ranking these 3. Just let me know if you guys co-sign my picks.
This
or
is
not.
a
Are you
Utah
going?
pick.
Are you going 3-1 on each or 1-3?
I'm
3 to
going
1,
1
please.
to 3.
Of course.
Go to 3 to
This
1.
feels. You want me to go 3 to 1?
I would love.
I also have mine listed out.
Okay, cool. Let's see if yours is in agreement.
Those were
with
good, right?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
mine, but I don't. It's
We're good.
cool,
All
it's
right. So
cool, it's
listen,
cool.
this is a Drew,
The real grinders.
Drew and Joel, Tommy, me and Dehls are the
I
boss.
prepared too hard for me not to say
and that's
everything
why
on my
you are the hardest
topics.
workers out here. You got you, and I respect you. You do your job.
Thank you, bro.
Come on, let's start.
What about me?
Why don't you show love to Drew? Why don't you show love to Drew?
We can start.
Because I'm
man.
handsome.
There's some tension
Okay.
between y'all, man.
I'll
If you want to
do-
kiss me, just ask.
I can ask. I can get it anytime I want.
Whoa, cocky.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'll do the top 3 best and worst. So, the top 3 best and worst off-season moves so far into the NBA season. Number 3 best is the Bucks trading for Damian Lillard.
Number 3.
It's number 3 because the goal for them is winning a championship.
Number 3. They were one of the worst offenses in basketball,
I'm
and they
definitely
go to
gonna-
number 2. This is number 1.
The reason why it's number 3 is because the expectation of the Bucks still is in the regular season, it's all fine what they do,
They've
but
only lost 10
the
games.
playoffs is the expectation for them. So until in the playoffs they are winning series and dominating series, I can't have this much higher. Number 2, I'm taking the duo of what the Rockets signed and Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks because those two changed around the Rockets culture.
I mean, those are great signings.
They were.
It's not better than Damian the Bucks.
What was your expectation for the Rockets?
Not be a great team.
You thought they'd be a lottery team.
yeah.
Right? Everybody did.
Still not
They're
impossible.
in the play-in right now. They are one of the
Pizza
more
parties for
competitive
play-in.
young teams in the West
Jazz did the same shit
because
last
of the
year.
signings of Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks.
What the Jazz did last year to start the season is more impressive.
Expectations matter, and the Bucks' expectation is still the playoffs. And number 1, I think the best move was Kristaps Porzingis to the Celtics.
That was number 2 for me.
That's number 1
That
for
was
me.
number 2, so I'm cool with that.
The worst. Third worst is, I think people forgot about this, but the Jazz trading for John Collins.
That was honorable mention.
I think everybody forgot about it, but he hasn't been good with the Jazz. And,
Honorable mention for sure.
He should have been more impactful for them. Number 2, at where we currently stand, I hate that I got to do this, but the Suns trading for Bradley Beal.
That was 1 for me.
He's been hurt. They gave up a lot of first-round picks for him. His contract is terrible. I hate that I got to do it, but just given with the contract alone, this might end up looking very awful. And number 1 is the Wizards trading for Jordan Poole.
wow.
The Jordan Poole trade is number 1 because Jordan Poole has been a bad basketball player with the Wizards, and that's the worst offseason moves. You took a flyer on him because maybe he might be a young cornerstone moving forward, and it's clear that he's not.
So mine, I won't say similar. Maybe the first 3 for best moves. It was Dame to the Bucks, number 1. Kristaps to the Celtics was number 2. And 3 was Bruce Brown to the Pacers just because he's just been such a boss.
Wow, so no Fred VanVleet or Dylan Brooks. You
I
just
know.
missed
I
that.
guess I disrespected.
I'll be honest, I had them on mine.
What? The Rockets? Good. I mean, they've been awesome. I also had Reeves signing a 4-year deal because he's such a steal.
Oh, of course.
For worse, I had Beal to the Suns. DeJounte 4-year extension just because he's not going to be in their future plans. And then 3, Aiden to the Blazers. He's averaging 5 less points on the Blazers.
Pool 1 was fucking ridiculous.
Poole, honorable mention.
fucking yeah.
Honorable
that was
mention.
ridiculous.
How was Poole? How was Poole?
Yo,
Aiden is sitting
Yeah,
right
Aiden
there.
was
Like,
sitting
Aiden
right
was
there.
Sitting right
Aiden,
there,
you could have
bro.
put Aiden 1. You could have put
Easily.
Aiden 1.
And first, the Wizards as a whole are dog shit. So like you saying,
the Blazers are
Blazers
dog
are
shit
too.
too.
Scoot's nice.
The thing is,
Shaden- Shaden?
Oh, yeah,
No.
they're fun players, but as a team, they're not.
Anthony, Scoot,
Better than-
Shaden have
Yes.
cleared.
I mean,
cleared Aiden.
They
Aiden's
should
hurt
clear
right
him.
now.
I have no
I'm surprised
expectations.
nobody
for
said
him.
Good.
Porzingis.
No, he's number on the
He's
for the
number 1
best. He was,
best.
yeah, he had 1, I had him 2.
But it's like, what
I
was
didn't
your
hear that shit at all.
expectation for DeAndre Ayton on the Blazers, though?
I thought that he'd be their leading scorer.
I did not.
Number 2.
Simons?
No,
Okay.
number 2. Number 2. Simons being 1. Number 2 would be.
I don't know if I thought he was going to outscore.
I thought that he'd have more points per game than he did on the Suns. 18 points per game to drop to 13.
Yeah,
That
no,
brother
he's been
don't
bad.
get the ball.
He doesn't get the ball, and right now he does have the knee injury, so he's missed time. But I thought that he'd be at least serviceable.
If we would extend this into the regular season, where would the James Harden trade rank?
Number 1.
James
One of
Harden
the
trade
best?
would rank number one for
He's
sure.
been that
I agree,
impactful.
yeah.
Number one or
so.
number two. It's definitely top two move.
Because I still think for where Milwaukee's offense was last year, to them be a number 2 offense in the NBA, we haven't seen that with Milwaukee.
Doesn't that cancel out though with the defensive regression?
You could say that.
Their defense is really bad. But I agree with Joel because regular season, nobody really cares. If they're going to be this terrible defensively, it's hard to see them make a finals
Regular
run.
season, who cares about defense, right?
I don't want you to be in the 20s.
I like
Your
the
championship season.
DeJounte one was great because I was going back and forth on it because the DeJounte extension, I don't think he was worth that contract, but it's now giving Atlanta time to trade him and get back something.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, okay, is it that bad if they're going to trade him eventually? The 8-1, I'll say I would have put that number 2, and I would have put the Beal trade number 3. I just feel like the Blazers quite clearly went into a full-on rebuild.
I think they're
Pool 1 guaranteed.
I feel like there was more faith in Poole.
I ain't mad.
I feel like there was more faith in Poole maybe doing something in Washington
From y'all.
than Ayton doing something in Portland.
Still has opportunities.
Like DeAndre Ayton
Hold on,
might have
for dear
taken
life.
Ayton might have taken a step back, but he has not been as bad of a basketball player as Jordan Poole has with the Wizards.
I mean, I guess because Poole's been extremely horrible. Ayton has been good.
Yeah, but like the Wizards
Ayton was the number 1
teammates,
pick, by the way.
the Wizards teammates. Well,
Let's just
some
forget that out the window.
cares?
Yeah.
some
on the second
teammates
team
on
now, bro.
some teammates on the Wizards are clearly not vibing with Jordan Poole.
And
they
teammates
don't
on
like
the
him.
Blazers are vibing with Ayton.
I haven't seen
I
nothing.
think the two other ones I will have here is not transaction for a player, but Monty Williams. That contract. That's just
All right,
That
well
should
done.
be fucking
Well
one.
done. That should be
Yeah,
one.
that's it. Come
That
on.
should be
Like,
one.
what
That
are we
Well
was
doing?
really
done.
bad.
Fried
And
up.
the other one, it hurts my heart, but the Grizzlies trading for Marcus Smart. He's been injured. He's shooting
You know, the
26%
disrespect for
from
Poole's
3.
getting out of him, man.
I didn't have him.
The move,
Thank
like
God.
the Grizzlies needed to make a move.
That
I
was a horrible
understand.
move.
I understand. Like they needed someone to replace when Ja was out when he was suspended. Smart unfortunately got hurt when he's been healthy. He really has not been good.
Is Jordan Poole
unfortunately.
not on one of the worst contracts in the NBA?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think Monty. Yeah, there's a couple of guys you could put.
Okay,
on. That's all.
I
That's
thought
all.
I was just
Monty
doing
Ayton.
players.
Come back.
Monty's
Monty
also on
Ayton-
one of the worst
yeah,
head
he
coaching
is.
contracts.
I didn't know I was doing coaches too.
what's
If
his
it was,
Oh, my
Well,
fault.
well,
Oh,
just-
no.
I was-
I don't know if I was doing if I was doing coaches, Monty would have been up here.
I thought it's it's
What was
off
the-
season moves.
What's your
It was
list?
Off-season
Huh?
moves.
Don't even got one.
You don't know. So,
Boo.
question: after I mentioned Jordan Poole, are you like, oh yeah, Jordan Poole should?
I said honorable mention. I still think that I like my 3: Beal, DeJounte, and Ayton.
You think the
This
DeJounte
one-
extension was worse than Jordan Poole?
The thing was, I feel like the
That one
Wizards
actually
were trying to
matters.
get rid of. They were just trying to. I don't know what they were trying to do, to be honest with you.
They're
man.
trying to see if Jordan Poole at least had
They didn't want
some
Chris
Well,
talent in him
got
to be a
I don't
cornerstone
remember
young
what- They got a
piece.
pick for it too. I don't know if it was
Second
second round.
They didn't want
Bro,
Chris Paul.
That is what it was.
They didn't
You
want
get-
Chris Paul.
yeah, you get a second round pick and maybe something with Jordan Poole.
It's year 1, man. Don't sleep.
Yeah,
man.
the Wizards were trying to get youthful.
I'll be honest,
Obviously,
a second round
CP3
pick for
wasn't
Chris
gonna do
Paul and his
anything for him.
contract.
I'd rather give
fine.
Johnny Davis those minutes.
You're lying. You're lying through
No,
your
no,
teeth.
no, I'm being dead.
You're like lying through your
I'm
teeth.
being dead ass.
Like Johnny Day has shown you 0 ounces of a basketball player.
You're right,
I know. You're
but
lying.
you know what Jordan Poole is right now is a very bad basketball
It's
player.
better than Johnny fucking.
I don't know. I
He's been
gotta
playing,
see.
actually, he's been playing well his last 10 games.
Who,
Please
Johnny
respect.
Davis?
No,
Or
Jordan
Poole?
Poole.
Remember
Jordan Poole
Johnny
has been
Davis was supposed to be Devin
inconsistent.
Booker?
Huh?
Remember he was supposed to be Devin Booker?
He for sure played like him in college.
Yeah, he did.
It was like
play
bar
him.
for bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Devin Booker.
Nobody said he was Devin Booker. It's just that he plays like him. Last 2 games, Jordan Poole, right now, he got 2 points against the Cavs. He had 8 points the other night. He had 13 against the Hawks. He had 5 points against the Nets.
Yeah, my
He had
cat.
14 against
He's
the Raptors.
ass.
Yeah, I got
And then he had 30 against the Magic and 25 against the
Do
Warriors.
your job.
30 against the Magic, though. That
Do
moves
your
me.
job.
That moves me. That
You
moves
got to
me.
know that he's cheeks.
No, I saw a Twitter, because I don't watch the Wizards. I saw some Twitter
Who
thing that
does?
said last 10 games he's been good. So retweeted it and shit. That probably was like 2 weeks
Bro
ago.
did not check. She's like,
Imagine those are
Look,
just
yep,
fake stats.
all right, we're good.
So Naaman's Williams sent a super chat. Yo, this is a hot take, but I think Caleb stays in college, enters transfer portal, and goes to Ohio State.
And
with
Marvin,
all due respect, thank you for the super chat.
let Marvin stay too, and it's a viral movie.
Oh
2025.
God, we don't need that.
I need that. Psych. Who needs that?
Caleb's
Ohio,
is the
I
locked
mean,
in
Michigan.
1-1 or 1-2, so I don't know why he would risk getting injured. Or
Yeah, I
or
don't think
anything
he's
else.
going back to college. But
I would only want him to stay in college for dynasty purposes.
for those diehard
What,
pick a
you
side
have-
I
fans,
have my first.
Oh, and dope dealers.
Yeah.
for
I have Jairus.
for those diehard pick a side fans that are watching until the very end, we are working diligently on the merch drop. And the merch drop should be happening in February. We are not sure when the exact date is just yet, but the merch will drop in February, confirmed.
Here we go.
So just letting you guys know early. Once we have a set date, we'll be promoting it out the ass and telling you guys every single episode the merch will be dropping soon, and also have a mailing list attached to that. But until then, we'll just keep you updated at the very end of the episode, you know, where people are listening by the bunches. I think over 100. That's going to do it for this episode of the Pick a Side Podcast, episode 341. You guys can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Pick a Side Podcast, on Twitter at Pick a Side Pod. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.